Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, folks.
Hello, everyone.
Dish,
Yes, ma'am.
tell us a story.
I got nothing to say about a story.
Mhm.
Got a poor man named mountain man named Jed.
Right.
I got a little bit of a lag tonight, but it ain't too bad. I know this ain't a political chat, but I'm going to say something about it because I know that somebody's dying to talk about it. So what's up with the dude over there in Oklahoma cutting off a head? Is that like crazy or what?
I think I just want to be.
I know, right?
Yeah, he was supposedly whether that's truth or lie, in the process of converting to Islam and was trying to convert his fellow workers as well.
But all he had was a knife. You know that, I mean, he really severed a head, you know he was working on that for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
How sharp it is. That joint pops right off.
Yeah, I think it's just a copycat.
I'm like John, it's a sharp enough blade and a long enough blade. There's not a lot of effort involved.
Yep.
They said it was one of the knives that was in the plant that they used, so I mean, they're not going to give them that nice of knives.
But I really think it's
Slaughterhouse
just,
down here.
yeah.
Go ahead, JR.
I was just saying I think he's just trying to be a copycat. You know, you always have copycat. You know, a couple of crimes happen and you have the copycat, or one big one happens and you have the copycats. You know, they're already unstable anyway. And they just, you know, he's thinking, well, I'm a Muslim, so I need to cut somebody's freaking head off or something. You know, I don't know. I mean, that's just my take on it. You know, I know there's been a lot of hype about, oh, see here, the ISIS is here, or the Muslims, we gotta be scared, run. You know, it's like, it's just some fucking nut job. You know?
Yeah.
Iridium said he asked, have you guys seen his Facebook page? He was a nutcase and a Muslim.
No.
So apparently he was talking some crazy shit on his Facebook shit, too.
Yeah. That's what I think. I mean, I mean, obviously he killed somebody. I mean, I ain't saying he wasn't a threat.
Right.
But I've just seen a lot of people trying to, and I've been accused of fear-mongering, but hyping it up and like, see, the Muslim movement's here. We need to be scared, I don't buy that.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. They said it was a 54-year-old lady. So.
And a second one was critically injured.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want to get political, I don't know the date span. I don't know, but I seen a stat here the other day, but it was supposedly in the same time period, I guess in the last 10, 15 years or whatever, more Americans have been killed by cops than we have lost soldiers in the Middle East.
Damn.
So there's a stat for your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
So why instead of worried about Muslims?
Exactly.
I mean, if you want to talk numbers, and the number I heard was over 5,000. Like I said, I don't know what year span that was. 10 years, 12 years, whatever it was, but it was still, it equaled out more than the soldiers did in combat. Not overall, of course, but in combat. Hey, bird dog.
I got you.
We was talking about that at work today, because that was a big. Ben Swan picked it up too. What was it, in Colombia, I think, where that guy got pulled over for a seatbelt violation, and the cop went fucking berserk and shot the guy.
Yeah.
And they ended up putting the damn cop in jail, and they're charged.
Yeah, he got fired, and he's being charged with aggravated assault and plus something else.
Yeah,
he didn't up to 20 years.
Yeah, he didn't kill the guy, luckily, but he did shot him in the hip. I mean, he shot like 4 or 5 times, hit him once or
That's it.
twice.
I'm finna say he pumped 5 rounds into him and wasn't more than 8, 9, 10 feet from him.
Mm-hmm. It's obvious as hell. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's like, you know, let me see your license, and you see the guy pat his butt, you know, looking for his wallet, and he just turns around. He was standing beside his car, turns around to the car, and the fucking cop just, oh hell, shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he told the guy, "Let me see your driver's license." So he went, reached for his wallet because it was on the seat console. And the guy was like, "Why'd you shoot me?" He said, "You reached back in your car." He said, "You told me to get my license."
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
Shit.
Mm.
Man, I know being a cop's a hard job and stressful and all that, but damn.
It ain't that damn stressful.
No shit. We're in South Carolina. You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you would think, you know, to be a cop, you got to have a certain amount of fucking balls. You can't exactly hire every coward in the damn world let them hide behind the fucking badge.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Too many of them join just to get that tough guy image and stuff. Now, like I said, I'm not saying all cops are bad or nothing, but there's just enough bad element that it's gotten to be a big problem. Take Boy in Blue, for instance. No, I'm just playing.
I mean, right? I was hoping nobody was going to elaborate on that.
Nah, I would say he's a good cop.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to get pulled over by him because he'd let me out of a ticket just like that.
Well, I think we talked about that one night. I could just see that, especially, you know, I think he's in a fairly small town and all. I could just see him like smacking a kid in the back. What the hell are you doing? Don't you know better than this shit?
Right? That'd be him.
A buddy of mine on Facebook posted, someone asked me today why I carry a gun. He said my answer was, motherfuckers are cutting people's heads off at work. Why don't you carry one?
Yeah. Why aren't you carrying one?
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, South Carolina's fairly, I don't know, it's hard to say. A lot of people carrying guns here, but then you still got enough element. I read an editorial the other day. You know how you always got in the back of the newspaper where like just viewers or whatever, or whatever, I guess not viewers, but just the public writes in letters.
Right.
There's a big one because there's a not a controversy, but they passed it where you can carry a gun into a restaurant that serves alcohol, as long as you don't drink.
Right.
And they were making a big deal about it. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is just opening up problems and on and on and on. And, you know, of course, there was no rebuttal. It was just their letter. But it's like, you freaking idiot. I mean, you're basing this on what are you basing this on? What? You know? I mean, just go, okay, they got a gun. But I don't know. It's hard to wrap my head around it when we look at all the facts and all the numbers and FBI stats and all that, and they just base it on pure emotion, you know. And some politician told them it was bad for people to have guns, and they forgot we had like Constitution, Second Amendment, and all that kind of shit. You know?
Right.
Right.
And they want to get back to the, you know, start throwing in that technology thing and stuff, and it's like, well, you know, somebody posted a picture of it on Facebook or something. Anyhow, for damn Civil War Gatling gun. You can buy that without a damn Class 4 license because it's not a machine gun.
Right.
It was only the problem was it was $55,000 fucking dollars.
Right. No shit.
But I can buy one of those.
Yeah, and back then, it didn't cost no $55,000. Granted, it probably cost comparable money, but any Tom, Dick, and Harry could go get one. Or go to the local gunsmiths and have one made. I mean, that's usually where they were made. They weren't mass produced that much in most areas anyway. And I mean, they were. I know if somebody's going to try to correct me. I know they were for the, the big gun makers in bigger cities. But local gunsmiths had the technology and the knowledge to fucking build those back then.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they broke, how do you think they got them fixed? They didn't ship them back. He went to the gunsmith and he fixed them.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have cannons, all kind of shit. But you can still have a cannon technically. Hell, in South Carolina, you can still order a black powder revolver in the mail.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Most states you can, but there is a handful you can't. Kind of like California, New York shit, because that's like a assault pistol or something,
Yeah.
Tell GI to go out and go help Bird Dog find her link.
So, driver and all asking about my sticker. Show that.
There she is.
Click on him, Michelle. Can't see him too well.
Yeah, oh yeah, let me talk a little bit here. Resistor Tyranny. Matt from Resistor Tyranny's channel. I won that from him a while back. They got that in a t-shirt and some ammo.
Hey, Bird Dog. We started to have the search party go out and look for you.
I'm sorry, I fell into Google Neverland.
That's easy to do.
Yep.
Because they got all this mess going on.
Great to see y'all.
You too, you too. What's going on in Florida?
Well, it's been a bit rainy. I know you've had some too, Jill, but we're getting plenty of rain, and just probably 20 miles to my east, people are flooded. They have absolutely, they're standing in streets with water. It's just a low-lying area. We've had a lot of rain. For no hurricanes this year, we've had great recoup for this coming year. Our water table's up. It's very nice.
Right
So
on.
anyway, with that, I'm still carrying, locking, and loading.
Right on.
Got the Islam out, right?
Yeah, we don't want to lose our heads.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I don't think people will be using that joke very much.
Well,
lose my head.
TR was right. The only thing that stops the bad guy is a good guy. So be on guard.
Yep.
Always.
Well, I said they need to start letting them carry their weapons and stuff and to work and stuff like that, because you never know when you're going to need it like that. Just luckily that was a police officer that took the man down.
Wasn't
This
that
is
a
my-
coincidence?
This is my American Express. I never leave home without it.
Right?
The thing about it is the Wild Wild West really was never the Wild Wild West. And everybody thinks it is. That was fucking
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, it
Right.
wasn't nearly that wild, was it?
Uh-uh. I ain't saying a few killings didn't happen here and there, but they really wasn't. I guarantee you our percentages are way higher now than they was back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when everybody could carry a gun anywhere.
It-
Courthouse, it didn't make a fuck. They was
And I'm going to tell you, it was a lot politer society, too.
yeah, right.
Because because you knew your mouth could overload your ass.
That's right, Johnny. You can have a polite society that is armed.
Exactly, because there's repercussions. When there are no repercussions, motherfuckers will say and do any damn thing they feel they want to. Because they
Absolutely.
don't fear any repercussions.
Yeah, that's why they didn't have that shit. What was that knockout game that was going on here a while back? Everybody carrying a gun. That shit ain't gonna happen. You know what? I think a few people got a gun pulled on them and shot, and then you quit hearing about that.
Yep.
They got the light on fire shit too now, where they light people's hair on fire.
I did have to laugh. I guess a couple of kids were driving when lit the kid's armpit hair on fire. You know, come on now. That was kind of funny.
Opportunic.
Right.
Stupid kids.
They're bored. They need to find something to do is what it is.
Absolutely.
The technology ain't babysitting them anymore like it used to. They're getting into...
Put their ass outside splitting some fucking wood like my old man would do when I'd get in trouble. I mean, I had to do a certain amount of wood splitting anyway as my chores, but when I got in trouble, and part of my being grounded was, you're going to split 4 more cords of wood.
And then
you by the end of that day, you was so damn tired, you wasn't trying to get into no mischief. You was just trying to get your ass in the shower and the bed.
And it was grateful as hell to get in the bed, because that meant it was over for the day.
Right.
I know. Let me get that tear. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's supposed to be crying on the inside, not the outside, bitch.
Sorry, that one just squeezed right through. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I'll be strong now. I know. I'm brick-limbed.
That's why you don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight.
Nope.
Nope. Not unless you can throw faster than he can pull the trigger.
And not unless you're a lot further than about 16 feet from me.
That's right. That's right.
Because there is that little line of death where you can draw that knife, gun. Somebody that's got experience with a knife can saw your ass in half. And that's proven fact.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let a motherfucker too close with a knife.
Hell no.
Well, that's why, again, we're just talking about it. It's little something, TR, you got yours also. You're ready for it. Johnny's got a mount on the wall over there full of them. So Michelle, she can wield one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Isis. Isis. Wasn't that
I can get about 3 guys lined up close enough. They bunch up. I believe I can get 3 of them at one time.
That's impressive. I like that. I'm gonna work on that this weekend.
Yep.
Line get 3 pumpkins and go at it.
That's right. Not watermelons. Not watermelons.
No.
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, don't waste the watermelon.
No, hell no.
That shit's too good to just throw on the ground.
I know.
Have that tarp down there or something, to catch it so you can pick it back up.
Yeah. Yeah, lay a tarp down, please.
What's up, G.I.?
No, not much. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. Yourself?
Just hanging with the guys.
George, you've done good. You've lost weight, you said. That was cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Lost me a little bit more this morning. I went to the doctor. And they took off some pieces of my toenail.
Did you say you had, oh no, the metal in your hand, wasn't it?
Yeah, metal's in my hand. That's slowly coming out. I had to have my toenail removed this morning.
Ugh.
Was it
Would you do have it
ingrown?
ingrown?
Yeah, I dropped a 100-pound weight on it when I was 18. And I had it removed when I was in the service, and then it came back, and it just ain't never been right. So this time they took part of it. Now in 3 weeks they're going to go back and kill the roots and all that stuff so it never comes back.
Wow.
So it's been a lovely day.
Right. So you'll be a permanent tenderfoot.
Pretty much, yeah.
What branch of service was you in, George?
Army.
Okay. Make a note of that,
Yeah, I know. I'm surrounded by naval fellows.
Yep. Squid's rule.
John. I outnumber you anyway.
When I went strolling down the street, the recruiters where I grew up were all in one building. You know, they had different offices. And, I went in, talked to the Air Force guys, and they're too prissy for me. And then I walked into the Marine Corps recruiter. I'm like, dude, you don't have to be smart to be a Marine. So I rolled on up into the naval recruiter's office, and that was pretty cool. But I didn't like the idea of being stuck on a ship for 6 months at a time with no landing. So that, and I didn't want to be called seaman. So I rolled up in the Army, and they seemed like they kind of had a conglomeration of prissy and gung-ho and all that stuff, and plus they offered me more money.
When I was in electronics A school in the Navy, I had two friends in my dorm. It was Seaman Dick and Seaman Wyckoff.
They were in your dorm, right? Weren't those
Yep.
your
Hand to God, and my chief put them as roommates because he said I just can't pass this up. Seaman Dick was already there, and when Wyckoff came in, he moved Seaman Dick's roommate out and put Wyckoff in there with him.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
What's Seaman done? Who's Seaman done?
All right.
He's done.
Yeah. I was down at the end of the hall.
Yeah, that is truly remarkable.
I don't remember any wild names, funny names, or whatever. Yeah, but I agree with the chief. If I had that opportunity, can't pass that up.
Yep, he was a pretty cool guy. He's like, he said, I can't pass this up. I'm gonna put y'all as roommates because we had our names were on the door. So if they come looking for you, they know which room to go to.
So it was Dick and Wyckoff?
Yep. Actually, he put Wyckoff's name up front, and it was on top.
Wyckoff Dick.
It was Wyckoff Dick. He said, and he told them, he said, if y'all touch the order of these names, I'll punish you. He was hilarious. He was probably one of the best mentor / chiefs that I knew in the Navy. He had a good sense of humor, knew what he was doing, and wasn't a dick about it.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Right. Right. No pun intended.
Yeah, I had a few chiefs that were pretty cool. Of course, everybody's pretty laid back in my battalion anyway. I mean, like I said, I was reservist. I mean, we're all just regular people,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then 2 weeks
That
out,
and the CVs or a tight knit unit like it was when I was in mobile. Yeah, but and you can be a tight knit unit on a ship or a shore base, but not like you are when you're a unit that relies on each other to live and to make it home. Like it was with the CVs when y'all were deployed, when my mobile unit was deployed.
Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't nothing. Like I said, it's construction battalion, so like my main thing was plumbing, boilers, refrigeration, and all that. So if it was a plumbing, and over there really plumbing was the biggest thing, and then working on stuff in the kitchen. If they had something that went down in the kitchen, that was our job, because somehow or another plumbing would be involved, or refrigeration or something, and and that was on the main base. But anyway, I mean, hell, you'd be in a ditch, digging a ditch with a shovel, and they'd be like first-class petty officers down there with you too. I mean, because it wasn't. We were like doing construction, but it wasn't our rate. They just needed people, so everybody went over there, and then you was all on the same level. You wasn't nobody. And then the builders or whatever, they would kind of be the one managing. But then if it was like a plumbing thing, well then I'd be like, well, I need this pipe here, we need to dig out something, and then the first class, construction guy would be over there digging the ditch for me as a third class petty officer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All hands on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Whoever specialty it was, you were kind of the boss man. I mean, you didn't boss around you. Upper, but you was like, hey, I need y'all guys to do this. Well, they just jump down there and do it.
Yeah. Living survivals here. Howdy, dowdy.
What's up, man?
Howdy, howdy.
Yep, howdy, living survival.
Welcome.
Hey, Mike.
Mike Delicious in the house.
Hey,
What's
Mike.
up, Mr. Delucia?
What's up, Mike?
Everybody had a good day today.
Yeah, the day was pretty good. I got to sleep. After 2 days, I got some sleep.
Is that where the record stopped? Just 2 days?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bust it this weekend. You watch.
Oh, you gonna, okay.
It's on.
Let's say, nah,
It's on.
I can go 3 days now.
If I'm freeze protected or on a hunt binge, maybe.
56 hours. 56 hours, I think, is around my record. And I was working 12-hour shifts at the time, too.
Yeah.
Just up.
Pull the right button. Push the right button.
Yeah. I'll learn real quick. That ain't smart. I don't do that.
You become
My record.
delusional.
Especially when I was working, because I'm opening up panels with 3-phase 480 coming in there,
Oh, 3-phase, 4-phase, whatever it takes.
I'm on fire.
I'm trying not to touch that. I can see in 3 of them. Well, when you're looking at one.
Yeah, my record for standing at post on watch in Iraq was 38 hours.
Damn.
With no break.
Yeah, but after about 10, 12 hours, I mean, your efficiency is down to shitter. I mean, you just
Almost zero.
Yeah. And when you go beyond that, you're like numb.
But I'm going to tell you, that was my first That was my first 48 hours in country. I'm gonna tell you right now, the adrenaline and the not knowing what was could happen, or the intensity level was so high. I probably was still at 100% at hour 24. I just began to fade after that.
Yeah. Okay, I got you on that. I know when I flew over to Saudi Arabia, it was a 24-hour flight. I didn't sleep a damn wink. And that was just on a plane sitting down.
Yeah, and then when you get that adrenaline dump, you just crash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I died when I went to sleep. I got to go to sleep for I got 12 hours to eat, shower, shave, and sleep. And I rushed through, and I did all the first few within 30 minutes, and I slept like a log for 11 and a half hours and didn't even wiggle.
There's complaining about some feedback. I don't know if it's us because we're so close.
No, it's Dish's haunted fan. I can hear it. It's talking to me again.
Let me see. Hold on.
Yep.
Tell her what she won, Chuck.
All right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Y'all can't play on me when because that fan is something demonic about it. Because I hear voices in it. I just didn't say nothing this time because y'all think I'm crazy when I say that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was really bad that one night. I swear that some bitch was talking.
It does, doesn't it? It is absolutely backwards playing record LP.
It was already doing to me already, so I was like, I don't hear you, Satan be gone.
Get out.
Right? Yeah, Mike, me and Michelle are echoing a little bit. I get when I watch how I say it's not as bad because we're in the same room.
Maybe I'll start muting or whatever and I get to talk.
I don't know about that. Holla at a player.
All right.
There you go, George. Yep, I think I'm gonna look for a flat bill in honor of soup. Gonna go find me one.
Yeah, we should have a flat bill.
What did you do to turn on load dish?
No, I shut it off.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Some bitch is still talking to me.
If you hear it now, it's truly a ghost because it's off.
Maybe I am crazy.
I hear it too. It's not as bad. It was not really bad. Now it's like an echo off her computer or something.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm not
Devil ain't talking to me now.
I was just saying I hear it. That's all.
Yeah. Driver said he had an electric can opener that picked up a radio station once.
Damn it, boy.
I seen somebody do a video the other day. They just had like, I can't even remember what it was. It was like a wire and something, just a couple little things, but it was picking up a radio station, and you could actually hear them talking. And it was like just the vibrations of the wire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of like they were saying emergency prepper radio or something. Yeah.
Well, TR, so on your when you were doing the trip to the Stones, you know what the hell is it called again?
Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah, the Guidestones. I'm sorry. So, do you think that the 2014 was put up there because they were looking to galvanize something this year? I mean, I know you don't know, you didn't get the memo, but or because the corner has never been filled in with the year before, is that right?
It's been missing for years.
There we go.
When-
Okay, now I understand.
My research, and I mean, it is closer to your, and he probably knows more about it than I do, but as far as the little new stone goes, I looked this up. When it was first put up there was a score already in it. It was scored, not cut out. Rewind from today 5 years back, and that's when the cube went missing. The hole was cut in. Then it took them up to now 5 years to put the 2014 in. So
But
that's what makes it all the more weird.
Well, the thing about it too, there is a police story. Well, it's out there. Like you said, Johnny, it was already cut out.
I didn't mean to mute you. I'm sorry. Hilarious. I'm sorry.
What y'all laughing about?
It's right now.
Dog muted, Michelle.
I was trying to hear Johnny, and I made a mistake. I can't unmute it now because it didn't make any difference. Very funny. Well, unmute it, Michelle. I can't do it. I'm sorry, CR.
Yeah.
There we have it.
One guy said that there was a flaw, and they cut that corner out and put a cornerstone in it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it was already scored out, like it was already cut out and then glued back in. I seen a close-up shot of it. You could actually see like the glue where it was stuck in. A guy knocked it out and stole it. So if they was just going to replace it, the police finally caught the guy. Somehow he turned himself, I don't know what. But this was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
The police had the stone that was missing. It's in police custody. So if they were just going to put it back, they would have put the original freaking peak back. But they didn't. And the city of Elberton, from a news story I read, denies they know anything about that being replaced. And the city owns it. So it's actually even vandalism for somebody to put it in there. So supposedly the city don't know nothing about it. So, and it's professionally done. And that is a granite city that, I mean, it's what they make there. But still, I mean, there's just a lot of weird things about it and stuff. I mean, and I even said in my video, I don't know what it means. It's just here it is.
And it was just put there.
Yep. just in this past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But like I said, that's the guy. Hell yeah.
Sound like somebody fell out of their chair.
That's the ice machine.
Plus the toilet.
Damn, that's a ice machine.
That's the ice machine, yeah.
Damn.
But it had a guy saying, "Oh no, when they repair stuff, when cities repair stuff, they put a date on it." And that's what, back in the freaking 50s they did, but not now.
Isn't that right? You used to stamp your feet in concrete.
Yeah, but I mean, the bottom line was, I brought it up. I said, "Look, if they was just repairing it, the police have the freaking piece of stone that came out of it. I seen pictures of it. Why did they just put that back?" He was like, "Well, that's a good question." Well, yeah, shut the fuck up. Leave my damn Facebook. I had a long discussion. I deleted all of it because I had a guy that kind of went after me as being a fear monger and all this, and it pissed me off, and I just ripped him. I just went after him.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta let the hate out, man.
Well, I mean, if you do it on my page, I mean, you can post whatever the fuck you want to on your page.
I'm talking about you going off on him. I mean,
exactly.
Sometimes you just gotta let the hate out.
Yeah.
That's what gets me in trouble all the time.
When you do it on my page, I kind of got pissed off. Yeah, especially because he posted something. Then he was trying to back up his facts with an email that he typed in. He said, "Well, this was the email I got," and he typed it in. I said, "I don't know anybody could type some bullshit in." Then it finally, by the end of it, this was a long discussion. If you went when it was still there, you'd have to scroll. And he was like, I was like, "Where did you get your information?" He was like, "Well, from a book from 2011. I was like, "What the fuck does that have to do with 2014? He was like, "Well, this guy's an expert."
An expert.
That's kind of like trying to use Wikipedia to back up your facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he finally put a link in, and it was from some kind of radio station. And I was like, a radio station? I said, the damn city owns the damn Georgia Guidestones. If you're going to get some information, why don't you contact the city? And I contacted the city. I emailed them. I'm waiting on a response myself.
Oh, they ain't emailed you back.
No, not yet. And, you know, I don't have to wait till I can...
You hush, Murdoch.
Wait till I got the day off. To confirm it.
I think.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that if they don't email me, I'm going to call them. If they don't respond to that, I'm just going to drive the fuck down there to City Hall and see if I can get an answer then.
Well, I do find that it is something that right now certainly begs an explanation.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if any of it really shows up in the videos, but it don't look, maybe it don't look, that is a big fucking monument. I have a lot of people, well, I'm surprised the redneck ain't tied a rope to it and pulled that down. It's like, you ain't. That son of a bitch is almost 20 foot tall. It's like 650 cubic tons of granite or some shit like that.
Depressed. That's cute. Mike asked if Wikipedia's not good.
Wikipedia is good. It's just that Wikipedia, from what I understand, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is actually just people on the internet providing information.
Yeah, anybody can edit it.
Yeah.
It's like an open source.
You have to get approved by Wikipedia to edit it, but you really don't have to have any credentials or anything to be a subject matter expert just to add shit in there.
Yeah.
It's a good reference point to start with to be able to find real links to more reliable information. But that's all it's good. In college, you're not allowed to use Wikipedia as a reference, period, because it is unreliable.
Hang that damn flag up. And that way. And I meant to do that, I just ain't got around to doing it.
That's somebody saying about the snake head.
Yeah, it says I got Bozo the Clown. I got shit coming out of my ears.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was wondering, what?
Yeah, one night somebody said it looked like you had a horn coming out one side of your head or something. I can't remember.
I had it up higher and they said it looked like I had elephant shit on top of my head.
Yeah, it was.
Now it just looks like you got one heck of a cowlick.
Yeah.
Right.
I swear tomorrow night that son of a bitch is going to be hanging down. Of course, hell, that might be worse. Who knows what it's going to look like then. I have to hang it on that wall way over yonder somewhere.
Hey, TR, notice it's over there.
I'm trying to cover up the fucking mess behind me.
Right.
You can see I work hard to do that too, TR.
This is my prop studio. I got shit laying everywhere. Yeah, AK, samurai sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey, I'm not saying there's not true stuff on Wikipedia. It's just there are mistakes and no way to completely verify if everything in there is absolutely true without doing further research.
Yeah.
To say the phrase that it's open source might not be correct, but anybody may amend an entry, and you just have to put yourself as the source, you know. So it opens its doors to lots of haters, especially when politics are involved. You can find lots of people that will slam politicians heavily throughout Wikipedia.
Slam!
Hmm.
Yeah, anything
Not
controversial.
not that that's not completely unjust, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna slam them with facts.
Right.
Don't make up your own shit.
Yeah, if you looked up something about some kind of weird animal or, armadillo or something, whatever you read, it's probably 100% fucking true.
Yep.
But if you look up anything a little bit controversial, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
He kind of whiz.
Yeah. A lot of stuff, like, again, about your town and population data, things that really are pretty much fact.
Yeah.
When you start talking about having to take money to go and investigate and find out something, then that's generally where you get your discrepancies. Hey, Cattle Whiz.
Hey, Wiz of the Cattle.
Right on.
Hey, Sick Man. Yeah, he's been out for a little while. I'm sorry. Lost his friend.
Not really.
Yeah, he had a friend pass away.
Oh, man. Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right, take it away, Dish.
I'm waiting on Dish.
What was the subject?
Oh, I know. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes, like, if you start typing over on the side or whatever, you can almost totally forget what the hell's going on in the conversation over here.
Right.
And then I'll watch it later, Jamie time, if I miss something, I'll watch it like, God, I didn't even remember that in the whole conversation. That's because I didn't listen. I was typing.
Yes, don't you mean 99.9%?
I'm lying to everybody. Yeah, Mike, you're right. That other 1%, that's when I'm sick, so it's all good.
Right.
Johnny, who y'all playing tomorrow?
Nobody. Off week.
So are we. How very interesting.
Yeah. We play Ole Miss next week.
10-4. That's why everybody's going to Oxford. Okay, Shep Shepherd was headed to Oxford.
Yep. Ole Miss is playing Memphis this week.
Right on, 10-4. Makes good scheduling sense.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I would have much rather had that week break before, like, LSU or A&M, but that was the lottery roll this year.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. Get our first year under our belt with the new system.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
I wish y'all would have beat us a lot worse, Johnny, so we get the hell out of our coach, get our coach out of Dodge. He's terrible. He's awful.
Well, hell, we would have. We hadn't been playing so fucking horrible. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We played horrible.
I know. I mean,
That first half, now, the second half it balanced out. We were playing better, but that first half, missing field goals, 3 fumbles, 1 interception. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to give it away. I was stressing.
I know. It was, I had no idea what to expect. And I still don't for the rest of the season. Woohoo!
Yeah.
You're expecting to win. We're along for the ride. I like that too. I like that. Break it out. Break down.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
It's dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Where's the disco ball when you need it?
We're harassing our males. Hey. Bacon.
I see you got Mike started up now.
Yes. We haven't seen Boy in Blue in yet.
No, he's out there giving out tickets tonight, I think.
He's hunting down that rascal, the cop killer. They'll probably get him this weekend.
Yeah, whenever the script says.
Oh, God. Very possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not a controversial statement at all.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that? I think it really is like a bobcat. They called it the Rook. That they manned up, militarized. It's the little. It's a bobcat. It really is. But they are using it to find the guy. I don't know. It's pretty crazy looking. Looks a little slow. But they call it the Rook.
It looks a little slow.
It does. It's got tracks on the front, you know, and the sides. And I don't know. It's a little feller. I wouldn't mind having one.
I wouldn't mind having a bobcat.
I agree. I mean, this one was just all tactical.
I could have fun with a bobcat.
Now, do you mean a real one or do you mean a bobcat?
No, I mean a bobcat to move dirt around and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Or a front end loader or bulldozer.
I like front end loaders.
I used to work in one that had air conditioning and heating. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that is the way to do it. I would give anything for an air-conditioned tractor. Enclosed air-conditioned tractor. Oh, God.
Yeah.
One of the
Go to the dollar store and get you a little fan and bolt it to the front and just run your wires down to a DC to AC converter. Put a redneck air conditioner on it.
That's right. We just go faster, though. The breeze through the air.
Clamp the them little converters you can get from Walmart to the battery and plug your fan in. You're good to go.
God knows I got too many electrical problems. Sort of haywire. Easy
Them
enough.
tractor batteries are tough. They can handle it.
Yeah, you get a little 12-volt fan.
Yeah, the 110 one will blow faster.
Well, yeah.
True.
$40 converter and a $10 fan from dollar store. Got it going on. Redneck ingenuity.
Well, I can afford that one this time. But if we ever did win the lotto, we might go ahead and get one of them tractors.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that plays that game. What if?
Yeah.
It's for the children.
Wish I might.
For the educational system.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord.
I would be a professional tinkerer.
I bet you would be a good tinkerer.
I'd have every kind of manufacturing machine known to man.
I was impressed checking you out when you were grinding your blade the other day. Those are, I mean, you've got quite the work going on there, George. George of the Forge. Did you get that?
That's better than George of the Jungle.
No.
See the Sunshine Band. Damn it, that's what I was trying to think.
I love Casey.
I could hear it, and I was like, "Dude, what's the damn? Oh, what is it? What is it?"
It's Get Down Tonight by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were hunting that. I'm sorry.
I wasn't hunting it. I was typing. I was like, it's in my head. I see him on stage. I see like the video, but I can't think of who the fuck it is. They had the whole entourage, horns and all kind of shit going on.
Yeah, and doing that little dance thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
That's
videos
awesome.
back then, really?
Well, it was like, you know,
A performance.
It was like a remake.
concerts.
It was a concert.
It was like live footage that they put up on MTV, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep, Mike, I saw that too. Grinding your blade. I was going to say, is that what they're calling it now?
But anything else, it wouldn't have made its way to YouTube, I'll tell you that.
I don't know. You'd be surprised what you can find on YouTube if you think you would.
I second that.
What is that?
I agree.
That's I sit here building coils,
Oh, okay.
and that's what they look like.
Eating up,
Yep.
cranking it up. I could tell what it was to start with. I had to click on you to see. I was like, why are you shining that light in the camera, man?
Also, I felt like being annoying. Easy.
Yeah, Mikey said, don't be mean, bitch.
See,
Talking about his age.
Jeez. Right? That's 1 point. There's one more demerit.
See, Dish talk a lot of shit about songs and age, but Dish is just pretending she don't know these songs and shit, because she knows them.
I know. She loves Casey and the Sunshine Band.
She is a female, and I will admit, it is true. I am older than Dish.
Funny. Where did you get that?
The Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree.
We got you some of them church hand fans to write faces and shit on, huh?
Yeah.
That's where them old women, the little handles on the cardboard, they be up in church. I declare.
Well, it's hot up in church. I mean, I've been there a few times in my life, and it's hot.
Well, you opened the door up, but I'm not.
It's damn hard not to march through that door, Andy.
Yeah, there's an old saying about that.
Damn right there is.
Hey, guys, I didn't mean that church.
Well, on a completely different subject, there's just this old saying about sweating like a whore in church.
Right. Right.
My uncle in Kentucky told me that. That's an old Kentucky line, he said. I said,
My daddy used to say, hotter than a whore in church with a bag of dicks.
Damn.
Yeah.
that was odd.
Yeah. Now I got a couple of years on it.
He alternated between saying hotter than or nervous as.
Yeah.
I asked him one time when I was a kid, I said, I got to know, what church are you going to?
I need to know.
I need to know. Stay the hell away from that church because she's taking dicks. I ain't going.
Well, I'm just thinking
The Richards.
I was just thinking of loose women myself. Where's that church at? All them loose women are going to?
The Church of the Richard.
Damn. Yeah, TR, you said that, and I thought there was a Kentucky joke in there somewhere.
Well, Mom, I don't remember what year that song came out. What year did that song came out? You said you were in 7th grade. I'm sure I was.
I'd say it's late.
I was up there or above that myself, but I can't remember.
What song?
Wait, that Casey and the Get Down Tonight. What year did that come out?
That's gonna be the late 70s.
Yeah, late 70s.
77, 78,
Okay,
somewhere in there.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Well, I was 9
My
years
guess.
old. I was 9, so that put me in what? 4th, 5th grade?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hell, I can't remember. Somewhere in that line, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking I heard that song once or twice in an elevator or something.
Once or twice in an elevator.
Yeah.
Right?
That'd be a cool ass elevator to ride in. Most of the time it's music.
One of my
Drives me
friends,
nuts. Shit.
he was the lead singer of the Spontanes, and they used to play gigs. I mean, and this was in early 2000. They played gigs with KC and the Sunshine Band.
Really?
And yeah, so they were still performing, not all the original ones, because I think some of them had, coronary infarctions way before this. But
Right.
yeah, but they would play all over the place with them. Them and Percy Sledge.
Percy Sledge now. That motherfucker can sing.
Mm-hmm.
My mama used to listen to Percy Sledge all the time. The reason I know this, but I like it. Damn crickets.
Old bloomer crickets.
75, so I was younger. Wasn't as late as we thought, 78.
Yeah.
Mike got it about the same time Dish did.
I guess they Googled both about the same speed.
Right.
Right.
So,
Hell, I've already listened to the whole song.
Was you born yet? Stop.
depends on what month in 75. I was born. I was born December of 70. So I mean, there's a chance I wasn't even a year old yet when that song came out.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't born yet.
I was born
was
in
7.
December of 69, so I was 5. I was in kindergarten.
Now my wife was born in April of 69.
So she's a cougar, is what you're trying to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Nope.
I kid her sometimes and tell her when she was in high school she was cruising through the elementary annuals looking for a husband.
Playing it.
Yeah, that kind of gets me when those looks like.
Yep.
And that's when you follow up with, "I love you, baby."
I'm glad you found me when I was at lunch.
I want to share my pizza.
Right.
Oh man.
That was so cool when you were our playground monitor. I had a crush on you when I was your playground monitor.
Remember when you saved me, you didn't let me cross the road?
Yes.
So, Mike, you saying you was in 8th grade?
Old fart, Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say you older than dirt.
So I thought me and Mike was the same age. He might be a year older than me.
Well, you're an old fart too, TR.
Well, I know I am. Like I said, hell, I was like 7, whatever grade that would be. It wasn't 8th grade, dude. I was born in
You was
'68.
75. I was in kindergarten, and you're only a year older than me, right, TR?
Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half, somewhere in that line.
Yeah.
So you were in like first or second grade.
First, second grade, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, George is younger than Michelle. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, young in the audience. And
Thought I'd say that.
Just
Push it, Bish. Push it.
I saw you got the evil eye, dude.
yeah, that's that same look my wife gives me when I mention those things.
Just so you know, George, I'm not saying it'll work out that way for you, but your 30s is like the best years of your life. So right now you're at your peak. So.
Well, let's see. 3 back surgeries, a spinal fusion. Yeah, I could have skipped the 30s.
Well, you only want to go down here from here.
Oh, thank you.
Downhill from here.
Yeah. Spinal fusions, diabetes. You know.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Hello, my name's George. I make knives and I have diabetes.
Mike is trying to say I was the old part, but no.
No, I think I'm
old enough on my own. You ain't got to add no years to me. This December I'll be 45.
Yep, my wife just turned 45.
Yeah, I stopped looking at like Playboys a long time ago when I was like started being like years older than the centerfolds. I was like, this ain't as exciting as it used to be.
Right?
You start feeling a little bit unholy.
So that could be my daughter.
Right?
That's what I was about to ask. Did you say years or decades?
Yeah.
In most cases.
It's been a decade or so.
Mom says, okay, youngins, move on. Off that subject.
Yeah, Mike's is about a little bit, about a year up. Not even a year, really, but you know.
What the hell is that, George?
That's one of the coils I build.
Okay. Looks like the spring bobber I have on my ice fishing pole.
Well, you know, it's possible. Stuff's pretty springy.
Well, I hope we're making y'all all feel better.
Make me feel great, TR.
Right, DR.
Yeah.
Make me feel all young and virile, Dudley and
Ooh, Mikey.
Watch it, she'll break out the bacon roll on.
Kelly, you trying to say I look older than 45? That ain't nice.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will.
You're just going to be 45?
It's the camera.
instead of adding 10 pounds, it adds 10 years.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Yeah, you said you was born in February of '69. I was born December '69, so you're a good 10 months older.
Every month counts, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day, every minute.
She said I didn't think I was older than you, but I guess I am.
It's one of those things, before you get to 20, you're like, yeah, I'm older than you. I'm older than you. You start getting 35, 40 years old, like, yeah, I'm younger than you. I'm younger than you.
That's right. You reverse script. Yeah. Yeah, or you just don't want to talk about age or birthdays at all.
Yeah. You start saying, okay, yeah, how's that Roll Tide playing?
Right? Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Here's that SKS I was talking about the other day.
Oh.
What kind is it?
It's a Norinco.
Okay. That's what I got, Norinco.
I've always wanted one, just never picked one up.
Damn nice little gun. To be honest with you, well, my AK's got that folding stock. I enjoy shooting my SKS more than I do the AK.
Is it because of the stock?
I think it might have a lot to do with it because the AK is so uncomfortable on my cheek.
And accuracy, too.
Yeah, the SKS is pretty accurate because you see, I got duct tape wrapped around it just so it give me a little bit of cushion because it's just a damn steel bar, you know.
Well, with you doing all that leather work, TR, you need to make you a leather cheek piece for it.
Yeah, you're right about that. You are absolutely right.
You know, get you some fairly, maybe some 18 gauge aluminum and hammer it around into like a horseshoe shape. Mount it up underneath of it and then wrap it with leather.
Well, I wouldn't want to make it too thick because the thing about this stock is when you fold it to the side, it's up against it, but it still functions and shoots, and you can change mags and all that.
Well, you don't have to use thick leather.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of a gap right there that I could do something with, even if it was just a leather wrap.
I mean, you think this right here, this is 7-ounce leather, and it's pretty thin.
Yeah, the leather I've got, most of it is, I mean, it's pretty thin stuff. It's like I got it from Hobby Lobby. They got them bags.
It's like 9 or 10 ounce leather.
Yeah, the bags of scrap. Don't laugh too much, Bird Dog. That's what I'm going to make your sheath out of. Not necessarily that, but from Hobby Lobby.
I'm happy with that. Good job. Thank you.
Because you get this big-ass bag that's just full of scrap stuff, and there'll be a few big pieces in it, and it's like $8 or $9 or something like that.
That's very clever.
Yeah, a lot of people starting out do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then just get you a little bit of that deglazer stuff to take whatever glaze they got off of it so you can change the dye, especially if you get the light colored stuff. Because a lot of times you'll have dyed pieces.
Yeah.
And you just put a little deglazer on it, say if it's a white leather, deglaze it, and then add you some, brown or black, and it turns out pretty good.
Most of the stuff I got, that's just the oddball piece. Most of the stuff I got is like black, brown, reddish, and stuff like that already. And then I bought these, I did buy some good copper rivets. I know George probably knows these, or I don't know if it'll show up. But they're the copper rivets.
Oh yeah, those work well.
Yeah, and like this is one I just stuck the little washer on it already. And then I bought the little tool that'll drive it down, drives it down and flanges it out.
Yep.
So, trying to do a good job. Yours will be the first, Bird Dog. With the copper rivets.
A lot of times on my sheaths, I mostly hand stitch all my sheaths, but I'll put a rivet up at the very top and a rivet at the bottom. That way, if you ever do cut through the welt, because my knives tend to be pretty sharp, and I've actually cut through leather sheaths just pulling them out. So I've started putting them, a lot of times I put a rivet up at the top and a rivet at the bottom. That's what happened with this little sheath right here, for one of my little neckers. It cut clean through the artificial sinew.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I got a knife from J.E. Customs. I got a few knives from him, and but anyhow, one of his I ended up, and I wasn't even using it that much, but I ended up cutting the stitching out. It was just, just from pulling it out. I was just opening boxes and shit like that. And I was like, well, damn, I done cut through stitches.
You know, you can always go back with just a little hole puncher and put one of your rivets in your sheaths.
Yeah.
Because, you know, especially if you're trying to do a real thin line sheath and you don't want to put a welt in it, then you definitely need rivets.
Interesting.
I got the hand stitcher. I just hadn't really mastered doing that yet.
I do it by hand. I do a saddle stitch.
Oh, okay.
What I'll do is I've got an overstitcher with a little spiked wheel that and a stitch groover. I'll take and mark my line, and then I go back with a stitch groover, and it's got you've got different little wheels that's got, you know, maybe one stitch every 1/8 inch, one stitch every 1/16 or something like that, whatever you want to do. And then I stitch over it, and then I go back with my Dremel press with a small bit on it, and I drill the holes out, because sitting there trying to punch through with an awl, no, you can't get no work done that way.
Yeah, I seen those. I know what you're talking about. I seen the little wheels and stuff like that. And I think you're right. That's why I hadn't really stitched much of my stuff, because it's like, if you're just trying to punch through,
No,
shit.
use a drill press or a Dremel press with like a 1/16 drill bit, and that'll do the job perfectly. And then you can that leaves you enough room. If you use an artificial sinew, you start at the bottom, run your your thread all the way through, leave you about this much hanging out the back, and then in and out, in and out, in and out. And then when you get to the top, you come back the opposite way, do in and out, in and out, in and out, and it winds up being a saddle stitch. And tighten it at the bottom, you bring it back through, tie it at the back, take you a little lighter, burn the ends off, mash it down, and then go back over it with that overstitch wheel, and it aligns everything to where it looks nice and neat.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
No problem.
I've been riding the range for a long time. I've seen lots of good Western saddles.
Is there any innuendos in that?
They're all there.
Seen all kinds of saddle horns.
Hold on. Yeah, that's awesome, George, though. Very, very, very cool. You have to give us a tour of the forge one day.
Said apparently she had a red leather luggage that got messed up at the airline, so she cut it and made her a red sheath.
That'll work.
Here's my little leather tool. Stitchy, stitchy, stitchy.
Yeah, that's what I got, Dish.
Stitcher, yeah.
Yep. See, I'm pulling the TR. I got shit right by me. Talk about it. I got it by me. I can't hear you, Michelle, but you're cute.
I said it's called TR fever.
TR fever.
Dish has it. I just told her the other night. She was pulling shit from everywhere. I was like, you got TR fever. We got to watch out.
I got a saddle sitting over there.
When TR pulls out a saddle, then we got some issues.
I ain't got a saddle.
He's been riding cats.
I ride bareback.
Right.
Okay.
Speaking of which, here's a sheath I just finished.
Hey, Mom, here comes that full circle again.
Bacon.
Right.
CTR, I use rivets to hold on the belt loop.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Bacon.
Wrong chat.
Oh, dang.
Squirrels. Um, stuff I told Dish the other night, when she was making her list out of what she's gonna take when she goes on a trip,
She hates me, guys.
and she's got a fan, and she's talking about covers, this, that, and the other. And I said, yeah. I said, you're gonna be driving down the road, and your stuff's gonna be just filled up. Her car's gonna be full, and it's gonna be pounded against the windows, and the little kid's gonna say, "Mama, look, a hoarder."
I don't like motel blankets. I'm sorry. I don't like motel blankets.
God, no, you guys gonna have bed bugs and.
Don't say that. I'm bringing the black light.
I gotta write that down. The black light. I almost forgot. Damn.
You guys are crazy. You'll never.
We are taking a black light. I don't care which one of us does it.
That will
Didn't y'all
horrify
say that,
you.
Dish was only about an hour and a half from Chicago?
Yeah, I lied a little bit.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, I was like, well, damn, why don't you just stay with Dish and drive back? Okay. Yeah, that's a little different.
It's more like 4.
Yeah, give or take a few.
Plus.
Yeah, I was thinking a hop, skip, and a jump, and I'm like, we got to talking the other night about the trip and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours to your house, right? So I was doing gas mileage, I was the whole trip and stuff. I was trying to do figures and everything, which I shouldn't have done because it got very depressing. But and she's like, yeah, it's about 4 hours. And I'm like, 4 hours? She said, yeah. But she says, but hear me out, I got this. So she wants us to go on a ferry for 2 hours to get to Michigan. And I'm like, did you not watch those videos we watched recently where there was all these cars on this ship and they were sliding and falling off into the water, and you want me to put my vehicle on a boat?
Ferry boat.
Hold that back up. Hold that back up. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
Do it again.
Sorry,
Do it
I
again.
already erased it.
Oh, chicken shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ain't doing. I'm watching my P's and Q's.
She's on probation.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we got it. We're figuring it out. But it was just funny because she's like, "Well, I got to take my fan." I said, "I hope it's not a box fan." She said, "Why not?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
They're gonna think y'all came across the border.
I know, right? I mean, I'm gonna have an arsenal in the back of my trunk as it is, and we're gonna have to.
I don't even go camping without a fan.
Then you don't go
Wow.
camping.
I mean, really, though, keep the bugs off of you. That's
I got.
definitely.
It's probably 6 inches round. It shows dual purpose.
Whoa.
It's a tent fan. Watch out, girl. It's a tent fan, and an LED light thing uses D batteries in it. So I feel you on the camping and
Right
fan.
on.
House fees the same thing.
And
They're like,
you know,
share it's ended, guys. Sorry, gotta go.
Well, if you ain't seen it yet.
Well, I didn't know if he had. I mean, you never know.
I reckon she thought I got a bee sting or something.
Yeah, shoot. Put it out there with the bee sting. That's what they call a homemade French tickler or something, I guess.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nature made. I don't know about homemade.
Right. As long as it works. Whoop, Miami's in the house.
Hey, am I?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so this. What is it I say all the time? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
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 Mhm.
Hey, Mikey, it ain't that long, but it's bigger rounds of cocaine.
Oh my gosh.
What, the new sheath?
Yeah, sheath. Yeah, show that sheath again.
Right.
Got the new sheath. You southerner.
Shame on you. Shame on you for being a southerner.
So, George, have you already got a crimp that you use for your stamp?
Yeah,
Cool.
I do. I've got a brass stamp just for leather.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Actually, I had a friend of mine. I ordered a couple metal stamps to stamp my insignia on my blades, and he actually sent those. He had 2 of them made for me as a gift. Had them made out of brass for me.
Well, that's
Now-
pretty damn cool.
When you stamp the leather, do you do it when it's wet or dry?
Wait.
What you do is you wet it. You take a sponge, wet the sponge, wring it out, and then wipe it over the leather. And then when the leather looks like it's starting to dry, that's when you stamp it.
Okay. Because I got a couple of little things where you kind of make the little design just like on the edge of leather,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't never figure out because I do it when it was wet and then it would kind of like go away. I do it when it was dry and it would look good, but then it would still kind of go away, and I was like,
You gotta get that happy medium, and you need something pretty hard underneath of it. I've got a marble slab over here that's like 24 by 24 and an inch thick.
Me too. I got one too. Want me to go get it? I can prove it. It's right over there.
Go get it.
Go get it, Sheila.
I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back.
But yeah, you need a good hard surface underneath there, and a decent mallet, and you want it to be semi-wet, not soaked. Because if it's soaking wet, your lines won't be crisp. But if it's too dry, you won't be able to get a deep enough punch.
that might have been my problem too. I was using like wood to hit down on it, so it wasn't.
You need something.
It
You
looked
can go
good when
one-
I done it, but it just, I guess it wasn't a deep enough imprint to
Right.
last.
You can go to one of these places that does countertops and get scraps from them. It'll work really well.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on going on in business or anything, but I'd like to do a little bit more with a knife making, just, playing around with it and stuff.
If you're going to do it, you might as well do the best you can at it.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to do me a. Cool.
Yeah. My piece looks pretty much just like that.
Rock on.
What is that again, Dish? Granite?
Yep. For
Right
beating leather.
on. Cool.
That's very interesting.
Where'd you get a hold of that at?
The guy that I hunt on his property makes all kinds of leather stuff, and he bought another one and gave me this. He gave me a bunch of leather tools and all that kind of stuff.
That was nice.
Sweet. That was real nice.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
What else
I've
you want
always
me to tell
wanted-
you?
Well, what have you got to eat over there?
Oh, jeez.
You might have stumped her there.
Yep, I don't have. Oh, I do have something to eat actually. There we go. Fruit roll-ups.
That'll work.
Right.
Like Casper.
Yeah, it's blueberry.
Blueberry, awesome.
Right.
These things are awesome if you haven't seen them yet. Toll House.
By
Beetles,
the time.
Mediterranean herb. Mm.
You sound good.
It does.
No.
Well, George, I don't know who loves you more, Supa or Dish. I thought Supa might even lick that blade.
Yeah, he kind of likes that knife, and that makes me happy.
I know, it is awesome.
I like making people happy.
Because I'm happy, happy.
Yeah, I don't really work either.
Y'all a bunch of fruit loops.
Blueberries.
Right.
Actually, it's Juicy Peach tonight.
Oh.
It was Fruit Loops last night.
I had to turn my haunted fan off, and now it's hotter than hell in here.
Right.
I'm gonna go turn the friggin' air on or something before I die.
It's amazing how much noise it doesn't make. It's funny how these mics pick up the least little freaking noise.
It's because hers is homey.
Yeah. A lot of skeletons in that closet. She didn't let them out in time.
The ghost of dungeons past.
Oh Lord.
Oop, forgot about that one.
Whispers names.
Ooh, rigor mortis.
Easy. Well, this conversation got stiff.
Right.
Where's your sound effects when you need them?
There we have it.
Oh, wrong one, dang it. There it is.
Yeah, Mom's, that's funny. She says that she starts to type something and then she deletes it, you know. It is true. You want to type and get in your little comment, you know, and be relevant. And then you think twice about it. You're like, oh, damn, now it's not even relevant. So go with your gut, Mom, slow.
Yeah, we're all adults.
Exactly. It ain't no
That's
long.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
That's why we call it Jamie time.
Except for George, he's still a kid.
Gotta be careful what we say in front of him.
Right.
Happy on that.
Don't hurt my feelings a bit.
I will say, and Michelle knows who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna name no names. I'm nothing bad against the guy or nothing, but used to be on some chats early on. I mean, this guy had a beard and everything. Turned out he was like 16 years old. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Just got
okay.
his driver's license.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you look like he's like 25, 28, hell or older. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't even remember what his damn name was now.
Looking internal.
Uh,
I think that's who you're talking about.
mm,
No?
Driver.
Yeah, that's who I was wondering if you were talking about.
Yep, you're right.
Just playing.
I mean, nothing ever bad. Don't get me wrong.
Nope.
He was just a lot younger than I thought he was. I was like, oh shit, I gotta watch my mouth. Fuck yeah.
Right.
Not that I didn't cuss when I was 16, but it blew me away. I was like, really? He's on that 16? That was a long time ago. He wasn't in none of Jamie times or nothing like that.
Oh, no. But I
Seems
remember
like
who you're
forever.
Yeah, I remember who you're talking about. I thought he was older, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Chris!
Hey, Chris. Yeah, it might have just been the beard threw me off.
Well, you don't see a lot of 16-year-olds with full beards.
Mm-mm.
Not this far south, anyway.
You're roboting, George.
Hmm.
It looks like okay to me.
Yeah, I heard him. Sorry, I heard him though.
Damn, it might be just me, because now everybody's doing it.
Might be fading out, John.
Fade away.
Fading away, way of fading.
Better to burn out than just to fade away.
That's right. That's
Just
what
Google.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get to my tree stand in the morning. Not
I don't know
looking good.
who first said. I really don't know who first said that. I know a movie is
Google. The screen
quoted.
just went out.
Sorry, Tia. Michelle's bad.
Google's tripping on our end.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying, I remember a movie that was quoted in, a old movie, but I don't know that that was the first time it was said. It was said in Highlander.
Highlander.
Yep, sure was.
The bad guy.
hmm I got that on Blu-ray.
Hey, man.
Like me some Highlander.
You
Mhm.
special.
Right up until it got to the ones where Mario Van Peebles was in them.
Yeah, I mean the first one for the time period, it was a really awesome movie. Second one, I mean the other ones was okay, but the first, I guess I don't know the original, but hell, that was like back in the early '80s.
Yeah, the second one they kind of went crazy with calling them aliens, and
Yeah.
that just kind of took the mystique out of the Immortals.
Mm-hmm. I'll just act like I know what I'm talking about. Right on.
Grin and nod.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Babe on, be happy.
Vape on, be happy.
What happened?
Quiet over there, Stumpers.
Where's Pink Taco?
Haven't heard anything from him tonight.
He might have went to bed early and headed to the jockey lot tomorrow or something.
Yeah. We got a gun show here this weekend. Got the gun show.
Did tell my Chad he's worse than Michelle about not sleeping. I think he averages like 10, 12 hours a week worth of sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's wide
It's
open all
always
the
on
time.
Damn right. Full tilt all day, every day.
I need his energy so bad. If he could just pour me a little bit and send it to me. Just a little bit.
That's called drug trafficking, Michelle.
Probably so.
And who is this? I was.
Spearman.
Keep talking.
Oh.
I was just saying that because I know he hits the what we have around here, Pickens County. They have a flea market on Wednesdays, and he seems to hit it. And then on Saturday and Sunday we have one in Anderson, who's like, well, I ain't been there in years, but a huge flea market. They call it the jockey lot.
What?
Jockey lot.
Oh, I thought you said ejaculate.
No, well, they might some of that go on there too. I don't know.
Wow.
Might be some lot lizards there. I don't know.
Come early enough.
Yeah.
Chad is C. Spearman, Mom.
Yep.
AKA Pink Taco.
Chadness.
What do you say?
What do you say?
What do you say?
I need to get with him. Hell, he just lives a few miles from me.
You better drink a lot of coffee before you go.
Take a 6-pack of 5-hour drinks with me.
Right? You're going to need it to keep up with him.
6-pack kale, you better have that shit by the gallon on an IV drip.
Put it in one of them, the camel packs and have a straw.
Right on.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very funny.
Damn it, Spearman, let's go back to Chuck. I gotta get a beer. Well, go ahead, I'll meet you down at the other end.
Right?
You go get your beer and come back where you left it at and have these 2 hills and 3 hollers over.
Right.
He's always wide open.
Driver said Mike got so excited he had to step out for a smoke.
There's somebody's kitty cat.
Yes, Puff. He's going
Oh.
crazy.
Saw Heart of the Lion pop in and say hello, but then she disappeared.
That's the person I meant to say hello to, and I got caught up in other
And
stuff.
she might probably going to bed and just breezing through YouTube and
Yeah.
dropping by and say hello. That's cool.
Scumpet's looking for a knife for the next giveaway, huh? Good luck, because I can't look at knives on the internet for the next 2 months. I have to stay away. I can't buy anything, so I have to stay away. Don't even look.
I bought a knife the other day. Where is it? Just even.
I know, right? She getting a knife. She knows I'm going through knife withdrawals, not being able to buy one, so go ahead and rub it in there, dear.
Did you get that cold steel?
No.
Mm.
Maybe she show up or not.
George,
A little bit closer, TR, a little bit closer. I can't see.
I was just gonna see if all the scratches and shit would show up on it.
Y'all
What you supposed to do with a knife? I sharpen pencils, cut wire, skin wire. Oh, shit with this thing. Yeah,
Y'all
it ain't showing up.
Y'all ought to seen it when that knife catalog came in the mail the other day.
I hold that thing around with me for 3 days up and down them stairs.
Probably changed the drawers twice.
At least.
Yep.
At least.
That's a good one, dude.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see it.
That was good.
That's about like it is when it comes to knives for me.
This is still my favorite as far as the. I don't know. I guess because I carry it every day. The Tenacious.
That's gnarly, George.
I love this thing.
George of the Jungle.
Me and this knife have a special relationship because it like cut me twice.
Hey, I got a knife like that. Little bastard.
Hey, you see the somebody, I forget who it was now, but Mora's got a knife and then a handle, a fire rod comes out of it.
Oh yeah, I did see that out of the back. It was particular.
Spearman's giving one away in his giveaway.
Oh really?
That's where I saw it.
Yep.
I saw it.
So, campfire or something. What the hell's
Light-
it called again, Stump?
Light my fire.
Yeah.
You see, it's got
Yeah,
a
there you go.
rod in the rear.
I'm not saying nothing.
I see what you did there, bird dog.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Can't play rodeo if it ain't like that.
Puff, shut the hell up, jeez.
Feed them damn cats.
Yeah, really.
I think that's why I like the Simon video, the cartoon so much, because I'm pretty sure that's what my cat's doing.
Right.
He's
got-
meow, meow.
He's
Now?
got a little ponytail thing that he's playing with. He's got a toy, so he's playing with it.
Yeah, my cattle, since they've never lived outside, they'll get a hold of a little piece of paracord or something and carry it around like they've just got a fresh kill. And
Yeah, that's what he's doing, carrying it like that with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I found a ponyo. Woohoo!
And I've got a bird feeder right outside the den window, and that's where the little kitty cat condo is. And I'll lift up the blinds and let them sit there and watch the birds, and Sissy, the little short fat one, will sit there and bark at it. Like, you wouldn't know what to do with it if you got it. Not to mention you're too fat to catch it. Why she's so,
I'm sorry.
proud when she catches a piece of paracord.
Well, we've got quite the hunter cat. My mother has taken in a new kitty and has lived with them now for several months, but really very much the hunter. And she will track and hunt down. One of our rooms has got some pecky cypress, and so you might have the holes in the pecky cypress, but she will go over and track and find, you know, I'm not going to say it's a roach like you'd think a roach. I mean, we have flying bugs here in Florida and stuff. My mom's a clean lady, believe me. But I'm just saying that this cat will all of a sudden stop, and, you know, they must feel it with their whiskers, the little vibration of the wings of that flying palmetto bug that flew in, and just can get down and just track it. And I'm thinking, wow, that's really something. I bet that panther I saw in the woods the other day has the same thing going on, you know? Note to self. Not just dogs.
Yeah, I know. Years ago, my younger brother went camping, and this little kitten, or, you know, maybe it was still young, maybe not kitten, but it was still young. It wasn't full grown, and they felt sorry for it. They come up to him on a little campsite, you know, and it was just friendly as hell and all that. So they took it home and said, "Well, we'll save this cat, you know, because it's gonna die out here." That little son of a bitch killed every bird and squirrel in a square mile of my mom's house. Every time I walked over, you was stepping over dead animals. That little son of a bitch was a killing machine.
I understand, right?
Like, you didn't save that cat, because that son of a bitch was going to survive, I guarantee you.
In fact, he was probably prisoner in the house. Let me out of here. I gotta go get some food. Hey, thanks, Chris. I'm ready for any ISIL. Kill it. That's not a kitty cat right now. If you're looking for that, get right over there. She'd look.
So y'all have those palmetto bugs down there too?
Yes.
That's just a nice way of putting for a huge fucking cockroach. And some of a bitch is really.
Water bugs, what we call them.
Now, the one that I'm talking about is the flyer, though. It has the little wings.
Yeah, these
them palmettos will fly too.
But you might be thinking, are you talking about the one that really does smell bad, though?
I don't know if they smell bad, but they look just like a cockroach. They just about that freaking big.
Yep. I understand. Yep. We do have those around, too.
They real bad around the coast. I know, you walking around Charleston, you're liable to trip over one. You know?
Don't want to squish him. Better shoot him.
Yeah.
Get back.
There was cockroaches in Texas that would try to steal your coffee. I mean, they'd be up on the top of your cup trying to figure out a way to spin the lid off of it. And they's every bit of 2.5 inches long, and you look at him, and he looks back at you like, "Yeah, what are you going to do?"
Yeah. Was that near the coast? I wonder if they're just like more near coastlines.
Well, this is San Antonio.
Well,
that ain't it.
I don't think these were palmetto bugs, though. These were actually Texas-sized cockroaches.
Oh,
La
okay.
cucaracha.
Yeah. The cockroach amigo, la cucaracha.
La cucaracha. We're in America now.
That's the only place I've seen them in South Carolina is near the coast.
I'm just now catching up on internal.
I know, it's kind of funny.
Damn, what was that?
She's called me a lot of things, but that's got to be the lowest. That's gotta be the lowest. Just saying.
Good job, Mike DeLucia.
Right on.
Oh shit! Damn,
That
Mike.
Take skill right there, bro.
I know, that is right.
I guess you'll pay attention next time where you flicking your butts.
Right on.
I must say that was some fine butt articulation you had there, though.
I hear lemon juice works good to get rid of that stink off of it.
Yet, and despite what they say, tomato juice don't work worth a
You're supposed to use douche.
Huh?
Douche. Seriously, Summer's Eve douche.
I guess that does get the funk out.
It will.
Oh my god.
They say that's what you should use if your dog gets sprayed by one.
Do you know how many bottles of that you'd have to buy to give your dog a bath?
Well, it's probably vinegar. Would probably be the cheapest route to go.
That's what I hear.
You still
Dollar
stink.
store douche.
Right? Right? I mean, if you got to bathe in it, might as well not spend a little fortune.
Don't be holding back on me now.
You imagine buying a big old cart full of douche, the person checking you out.
you come up with 10 boxes of Massengill and a
That's when
bug
you just look at
sprayer.
it and go, just look at it at the person and go, it's been a rough month.
Yeah, George, one of those bugs goes.
Yeah. And a bottle of aspirin, they'll ask no questions.
I gotta stick that thing in there far. Damn, it's hot in here.
Tomato juice, that's interesting.
Yeah, they said to use tomato juice, but I know they said douche is a good one too.
I will definitely have to remember that. My little dog was so funny. He was so embarrassed and so humiliated with the smell. It was hilarious. Oh God! And the other dog was just shunned him too. You know. Oh, God.
Yeah, but then the other dog's going to make fun of him for smelling, effervescently funny.
Very fresh. Ooh, you smell so fresh.
Right.
Ooh la la.
Oh, you smell like lilacs.
Driver said his dog got sprayed 4 times.
Dang.
No.
Well,
That's a dumb damn dog.
that's what I was about to say. Dogs ain't never. People try to say dogs are bright, but I beg to differ.
And I understand to be disrespectful to him or the dog, but I mean, you think about it. As bad as a damn skunk smells to us, the dog can smell a whole hell of a lot better than we do.
Mm.
Yeah, but they also eat their own poop.
Very
True,
good.
yeah, that's true.
So, it might be better, but, their palate's totally different.
That's true too.
Because my little schnauzer will go rummage through the kitty cat crutches and figure out a delectable morsel.
That's
And,
awesome.
No.
Yeah.
That's a nice look you got on you there, all frozen stump.
What's that now?
You got the car salesman look there, froze on you.
Oh, God, forgive me.
Fan it, sister, fan it. Get the spiritual up in here. Shakalaka, make a high, make a honey ho.
Midlife crisis or something or whatever. I don't know.
You're having your own tropical depression up there. Like a heat wave.
Can you go through your change in your 30s?
Now, are you 28 or you 30? I mean,
No, it was 25 on the video.
It was 25 in the video.
Change of life.
It might be your lie, and you can tell it any way you want to, but at least you need to be consistent with it, Dish.
right.
Buddy.
Okay, it's 35, damn it.
See, I'm not the baby.
Shit.
What?
They don't believe me, George.
I don't.
Hey, Sal.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you because you made the mistake of actually telling me your age one day. So
It
Hey,
wasn't
save
a
America's
mistake.
liberty.
It wasn't a mistake. It was just a. I don't know.
Numerical error.
Well, let's take a look here. Let's see what we have here.
Get the book of the golden rules out, please.
If somebody can change their name, I can change my age.
Right on.
Yeah, my ex-wife tried that until I saw her driver's license. Yeah, that's what I said. See what other falsification she's involved herself in. What?
Hey, Sal.
Did
Yes.
Stumpette
Still the
choose
baby.
her knife? Did Stumpette make
Say
her
no.
selection? I
Dish,
didn't know.
you better put some aluminum foil or something
Yes.
over your head. Lightning's gonna come down and hit you.
Aluminum foil on my head. That'll make lightning hit me.
Might protect your brain from an EMP, but you know.
Seems like with every month the age goes up. Jeez.
Well, that tends to help with progression of months. You know,
Well, don't be careful. You know, Ezekiel Emanuel put out today that 75 is the maximum that you need to live.
Jeez.
Really?
Mhm. He was floating the old death panel info out there, and he's approaching it such that he is trying to convince the public of why he hopes he only lives to be 75. Isn't that awesome? Reverse psychology, such a
Right.
I think the time you need to stop living is when you have to start wearing diapers again.
True that.
Yeah, I can see a certain quality of life. I wouldn't be opposed to going skydiving and just say, yeah, I ain't gonna pull.
Right.
You know, I think that's one of those things where you get to the point: do you want to be incapacitated in all your ways? You know.
Oh, I definitely don't want to be a damn near vegetable.
But then
TR think long and hard about it. I see those guys that jump and they bounce. Really, we call them bouncers. It doesn't work out like you think.
Unless you
Well,
kill
I
forward
mean, that
and
was
land
just
on
a-
your head.
That was just a,
Pull,
general.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
but pull. We'll find something better for you.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't work.
I got plenty of ways that I'm pretty sure.
I would
It was
recommend
just
that.
more of a general.
But you know, then again, you got to look at the perspective. None of us has ever been 75 and in a diaper and being fed string peas either.
Exactly.
Well, and neither is Ezekiel Manuel.
You don't know what your
I got
server.
news. I got news for all of you. I'm gonna live until I fucking get gone, and I'm gonna be as cantankerous now as I ever gonna be. So,
You're gonna be a poo thrower.
that's right. I'm gonna be like a monkey in the zoo when I get that old. I'm gonna reach in my diaper and throw shit at you.
Dang!
Bring me marshmallow.
And I said, "Bring me a beer, goddammit."
Michelle, roll him in his room.
I'm gonna drag him in his room.
You're gonna have the brakes on in his wheelchair. I don't want to go. I don't want to
Wheelchair
go.
into the river.
Right.
Hey, buddy, like
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
somebody posted on Facebook, a cop was beating the crap out of somebody that was mentally challenged in a wheelchair. Yeah.
Oh, that's happened several times.
Yeah, well, he reached up to do like this at the cop, and the cop was just like, bam, bam, bam.
Pulled him out of his chair and everything.
Yep.
Well, they here in South Carolina, it was on. It was in South Carolina because it was on local news. Because they did some kind of court settlement. A family, I guess they was having a problem. They had a mentally challenged young, I don't know, teenager, whatever. Might have been in their 20s, I don't know. And they called the cops, and the cops started tasing the kid, but it killed him.
Nice.
Damn.
Finger got stuck on the trigger, damn it.
Hey, well, that's
Since you brought it up, I was just something I was saying.
I can tell you firsthand, after I left the prison, I went to work with people with life challenges.
After I left the prison.
Well, I worked there for 9 years.
I know, I'm just teasing.
And, I had to make that clear so the audience doesn't think I'm, fresh off the prison bus.
They got all kind of work programs there. You can do gardening and all kind of shit. Make license plates.
I was a gardener, but only on Tuesdays. But,
Hey, buddy, like.
I've worked with people with life challenges actually for quite a while, and they can be difficult. Not to the point where you pull them out of their chair and beat them. Heck no.
No.
But I've dealt with some of them that were as strong as 2 or 3 grown men, and it's a challenge to deal with them in a way as to not hurt them and not get hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm sure it's a difficult situation.
But that doesn't mean you pull the trigger on the tase button until they stop jiggling.
Yeah.
TR, you better watch your back. We've already divvied all your shit up.
Man, you're done for. You ain't got shit. You might as well write the wheel out now and just go ahead. We got to.
I wonder what the hell y'all was talking about.
We're wheeling off all your stuff, man, and I got your chickens in the stump.
And I'm going to be the one
They got the knives and the guns and the ammo. I ain't get shit with the chickens. My goodness.
Shit, I forgot about the stump.
That's mine. I done told him months ago. That shit is mine. That's my stump. I told him before. I told him way long time ago.
Well, I'm going to hold on to it for a little while. I'm pretty sure I got at least 20 good years left in me.
$30.
No.
35.
You can't put a price on the stump. See there? See, she would not treat that stump like I would treat it. See, she put a price on it.
40.
It's priceless.
45.
100.
No.
105.
105.99.
TR no steal.
Do I hear 110? 110? Do I hear 110? 115? 115? Do I have 115 in the corner? We have
For
122 the lady in the
$110, you can
front.
go buy a rocking chair. Jeez. I'll take the stump.
Well, why don't you go buy your own rocking chair then?
I don't, because I'm not offering money, so obviously I'm broke, so I need the free stump.
$500. She can look at the stump in my room.
With the fan blowing on it.
With the fan blowing on it.
And I'll probably be sitting on it.
Yeah, they a good prop for a fan.
That would raise it up. It'd be right on my face at night.
See, that's disrespect to the stump.
Did you say disrespect?
Hey, Mom, you weren't supposed to say that, man. I weren't letting that cat out the bag. And she
Oh,
done
shit. Yeah, she'll paint that bitch. Paint the yard. Don't let her
With
have
pleasure.
I have to rethink this.
You guys to rethink.
Don't mess yourself up, TR.
Burn the stump before you take your life, son.
Light the stump on fire and throw himself on it, yeah.
I don't think paint will stick to it no damn way. I put so much damn polyurethane on it. Here a while back, damn ants finally started getting back in it again. I fucking doused that son of a bitch with gasoline.
When you're smoking there sometimes too.
Well, it was a 2-cycle mix, so it had oil in it. I was like,
Okay.
I poured it all over it.
Oh, yeah, let's make sure yes. We're not talking about stump on the panel. We are talking about TR, stump. We're not talking about getting on stump and raffling them off and stuff.
No, yeah, they talking about my stump outside.
I can see Stumpette coming through that door any minute now, right behind Stump. Well, what the hell are you guys talking about?
I'll give you $1.50 for the stump on the panel.
$1.50. Do I hear $1.75? Going. Two bucks.
I need some help out in the shop.
I want the moonshine. $1,000, moonshine and all. $1,000 right here.
Right. She wants to use you and then abuse you.
If you got $1,000 to spend on stuff, how come I ain't got one of them deer antler Ferrocene rods yet?
Ooh, burn.
Ooh.
Shut up, Michelle.
That's bad. I'm getting you back. So, where's that bus at?
Getting me back for what?
Oh, your slide comments you were making. Mm-hmm.
You didn't make no sly comments.
No, you typed them.
I'm not allowed to type comments anymore.
Boy, you gone. Only you can type them only on 2 chats.
Oh, okay.
You're banned. You're banned. She's on probation.
She's a warden or some shit like that. Michelle, I'm my own person.
Probation girl.
No, I'm definitely on probation. I screwed that up bad.
You gotta love Dish though. You got to.
Yeah,
Always.
Got my duct tape.
Oh my gosh.
She's catching on. You learn well, young one.
Right.
I thought that
Grasshopper.
Yep.
I got it just in case I wanted to say something naughty.
I know I tried. You know what? Last night, all that hard work that I did, I was trying to teach her when you want to say something really bad or you want make up a sentence. And I told her to tell everybody my big toe has a mold on it. Every time you want to say something bad, just scream that out loud. And see, she didn't even do it.
Well, that would definitely confuse everybody.
That's the problem. That's the point.
I don't know. It's so long. I couldn't remember it all. Do I have to write it down?
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, don't let her write it down in a notebook because she'll never find it again. She was writing her packing list in her notebook last night, and I'm like, oh, Lord, forget it. She's the only person I know with a notebook that can't find anything. The only person.
That is awesome. Well, it's in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look through my notes. I have to look through them. It's in here. I don't know.
It was just one word.
Actually, it was two, but I didn't count the other one.
Right, prop from from the dungeon.
Right.
Mike. Even her cape is black. Damn, my hair went off again. Damn Central Air.
I know. I'm telling you.
It wasn't that like freaking 80s today. I mean, is it September or July? Come on.
Oh, it feels like fall, Dish. Don't you know? It's like fall.
Dang, there's something wrong when it's in the 70s in North Carolina and in the 80s in Michigan.
I know, right?
Oh my God! Did you see what? Do you guys see? I think it's Weeping Willow, but she puts out Fukushima all the time updates. So she let me know today that I guess Florida has the highest Fukushima radiation levels in the world. Go figure.
What is Michelle having?
It was moss growing on Big Toe. It's a mole.
Oh, How long you got to sit still to have moss grow on your big toe?
She was attempting to say a mole on your toe,
Oh,
not mold.
no.
But she didn't have it written down.
There's some of that translation.
Forgot.
Okay.
Some Central North Carolina slang or something. Accent.
That is the self shout out queen. I'm sorry, I said it out loud.
See, I would have never said that.
You're not on probation.
I know. Damn it.
What part of North Carolina was you from, Michelle?
Bladenboro.
What was that, near Winston-Salem or something?
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
Vietnam. I live in Winston-Salem. I'm not from around these parts, but I live here.
It's kind of like the up. Just what would you say is? Not too far.
Not too. I'm like 2 hours from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. 2 hours.
Fuck you. You was closer to Myrtle Beach than I am, and I live in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, break time.
Al said he's going to go back to college this fall, start this fall, for his PhD in history.
Ooh, congrats.
Hell yeah. Right on.
You're going to have to deal with a bunch of libs.
Are you wanting to be a teacher?
Libs.
Muskrat. No, we were at fault for that war. God. It's a joke. It's the new history.
The new history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Victor writes the books.
That's true.
Why did I put LOLMP in there? I don't remember doing that.
Because you were trying to say in the word that you probably shouldn't have been saying, so your mind helped you out quick.
I think it was Sal there that even pointed out that even your duct tape black there, Dish.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think that was Mike.
Oh, was it Mike? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he said, Jesus, even Dish's tape is black.
I know what. I meant to say LOL stump. Jeez, I left out a lot of letters there. Because he
Right.
said something about gas-powered tools or something like that. Oh, jeez, yeah. Don't want to do that.
Yeah, that was a classic movie. Which one was that? Leslie Nielsen. O.J. Simpson was in it and stuff.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. When in that sex shop.
That was a chainsaw, wasn't it?
They were funny movies.
So,
Night, save America's liberty.
Good night. Thank you for stopping by.
Good night.
Later, man.
Good night. Good night.
sweet. That was so fun. Did it work?
Did it work?
It said it did, but I still see it.
I'm not behind.
That'll be there, but there won't be no more.
Okay. It was fun, Johnny. You can do the next one, dude.
That's silly. It's like giving them a new toy to play with.
It's alright. I did it at the same time. Taking care of that stuff too.
Double block.
Why do you think I was being quiet and was? Good gas-powered cucumber. All right.
Yeah, Mike, be careful with that shit now. You'll put yourself out of business.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Once you
Maybe
go,
wishing and hoping.
Mom said she's going to need it if you smell like a skunk.
Right?
not so fresh feeling.
Hey, you sleeping on the couch, honey. Where's my cucumber?
Y'all see the sheet I made?
Hey, is that cucumber electric or is it nitro?
One of those hothouse cucumbers. Those English cucumbers they sell.
Oh, Lord.
It's a hydroponic if I've ever seen one.
Good Lord.
Only leave it on there to go to seed a little bit.
Right. Right.
So it'll stiffen up, did it?
Right.
No.
Have you seen those seed cucumbers? I mean, they are like expanded. Bam!
I know it, right? They're all yellow.
Right? I don't care about the color. I'm just saying.
Gotta go pick cukes again, Mom.
I don't know why they've been out there for about 2 months. That's the point, Mom.
Oh my God! Look at that zucchini.
But look at those gourds. Jeez.
No crook neck yellow squash anymore.
You think everybody's going to be wanting to make a garden next year. I'm sorry. We're just trying to help everybody. Where's some damn cucumber seeds? I know I bought like 20 packs. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Just a prepper's garden.
Have a whole horse.
Anybody seen my can of survival seeds?
Right? Right on. When somebody says your garden looks like shit, then you'll say thank you for the compliment. Be like picking all that shit.
Yeah, you let all your stuff go to seed. And,
And your point is what?
And your point
So,
is,
so them's heirloom seeds there.
Right. Right.
oh, jeez, I wish I could quit crying.
Right.
Inside.
Every time.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah, them's is Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all just started a new trend. It'll be the organic aisle at the damn sex shop next year.
But we have patented that as
seeds.
copyrighted patent at me and Dish. We're going to make up the
Copyrighted
special seeds.
heirloom seeds.
Right.
Mom says it's time to pick the cups. Oh wait, just leave that one.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
No,
you have,
no,
Yeah.
that's my cuke. Back off,
Right.
bitch. That's my cuke. No,
I'll
it's
come
not
back later.
either.
That
yeah.
one.
They'll be like, you don't want that one. It's shaped all weird. It's like,
Right. You pick that
back
right
away
up
from
to
it.
They're way too
Way
tough
too
when they get that big. You don't want that one.
Mhm.
Don't touch
Yeah,
my
just leave it there. I'll get that in a couple of days.
I'll put that in the compost. Don't worry about it.
Right.
It's no good.
Yeah.
It'll go in a bin, all right. But it won't.
Is that what you call it now? New name? The bin picker. Mm-hmm.
You see the
Wow.
size of some of those deer carrots?
Right.
Well, there's some corn cobs in there too.
Nuh-uh.
Mom says they're going to be called just plain seeds.
Right.
That's awesome, Mom. That's good.
Oh, jeez, it is.
Yeah. I need to copyright that too while this is out there.
That's cute. That really is.
Makes me want to go make a garden. Dang. Oh, I'll take your tiller, TR. I'll take that. I know you got one. I'll take the tiller.
I'm gonna make
That little
me a
seed slinger
greenhouse.
you got too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Greenhouse is going up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right out her window, so she can just reach out the window. Right out the window.
Yeah, there with
Mm-hmm.
some tuba-twos.
I've got a window box.
Right?
There you go. She'll be pulling that blind up, staring at it every day. Well, it's a little bit bigger today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day.
A little tape measure.
Right.
Right?
Perch and a half. Oh shit, 2 perch.
She'll probably be feeding that shit some Viagra. She'll get
I'll have
what
a
she
horse that just lives in the greenhouse. Shit right there, and definitely would feed the horse Viagra.
What shall we name him?
How those
Mike
horses?
says a fox.
Go ahead.
Mike says a fox just walked off with the dead skunk.
Meat is meat. That's what the men say. Meat is meat.
Mm.
Those
Anyway.
fox-
Buddy said they're auctioning off some guns tomorrow. Don't know where, but they're doing it.
He said they go cheap.
That sucks, doesn't it?
I'm broke as a joke.
$50.
Yeah,
right?
Everything's cheap when you're broke.
Yeah, he's talking about the police auction.
Oh.
Okay. Shit, might get M. What do they call them things? M rat.
Right.
Wow. Well,
$50. $50.
Mhm.
I'm in. Lady up front. But they aren't fast enough.
Wonder what GI's doing.
I don't know. What is he doing?
A few years ago, before the prepper movement really kicked in, you could buy a damn Deucing House for like $2,000 all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 8 or 10 now, I think.
Yep. Yeah, they went up. Especially them, the ones with the rear axles and all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
The dual rear axles, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the ones I seen, I mean, literally for $2,000, it was like the dual axle,
Yep.
all-wheel drive, and the front too.
Yep.
$2,000.
Yep. I seen them too, and I always thought, you know, just like we did off some of the other things throughout life. One of these days, I'll get me one of them. Them's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It had the side body panels and the over rails to put the canvas tarp on and everything
Yep.
on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've seen and read that they are going to start delivering some of the surplus Army equipment to the colleges now at university levels.
Yep.
That's interesting.
One college already got 2 grenade launchers.
Fabulous.
You know, them college kids, you know, you just gotta watch out. Sure
Must
shit.
have.
I am not making that up.
Yeah, they allow us to sit on the damn sidewalk and protest. So.
Right.
Driver says, "I thought you ladies graduated to Bass, not Perch."
I just told him, driver, we'll take what we can get. Jeez, we ain't picky. Cucumber season ain't around. What do you expect us to do? We need the bass. I mean, you know. Jeez, we got this planned out. He was holding some nice bass, too. I just want to say that. Those were really nice. Were they not, Dish?
Was he holding fish?
Oh, yeah. I guess they were. I might have to go back and look at the picture.
I think they might have been striped bass, but I couldn't tell.
Yep.
You were looking at the picture? I'm just saying.
It just,
Picture we're talking about.
No, I ain't seen no picture on your thing. I thought you were talking about somebody showed some fish they caught on.
No, I posted on Facebook this nice looking dude carrying a whole bunch of fish.
Oh.
And they were bass. So I need to double check that out though.
Me too. Just a minute.
I don't know what kind of fish they were.
Oh my God, Bird Dog is MIA.
it's just
She's checking out that auction page.
Oh, my internet went down. Let me get in this auction. 200, 205, 210. I'm going.
Right.
Yeah,
I
checking
remember
out that auction page.
a few years ago. I think I told this. I don't know if I had. This one place I worked at, there was this attractive lady that was well endowed. You know.
Oh.
And, anyway, right before you know, she had a big chest, you know. Right before quitting time, she'd always go change her shoes. And she was walking back through the shop. She did a shortcut through a shop. And she walked by, and somebody said something about her changing her shoes, and the other guy said, "Shoes? Hell, I didn't even know she had feet."
Right.
Hilarious.
Tickle me.
Oh,
Right.
oh my gosh, driver! I would never eat a sardine. I mean, I could just tell you some stories, but you really wouldn't want to hear it.
Sardines are good.
I don't know
Especially
about all
ones in the
that.
Louisiana hot sauce.
Mm-hmm. Hot sauce are really good.
Mm.
Yeah, I like me some sardines now.
No, stay away from them things.
Smoked oysters and
The smoked oysters are really good. I really like those.
Yep.
Somebody's sister can't eat sardines, it seems like.
Now, you'll eat potted meat, but you won't eat sardines?
I don't eat fish.
she don't eat fish or seafood. Period. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You could run Michelle all over Virginia with a big slice of good filet. Right there.
Vegetarians even eat fish. But she'll eat potted meat.
She lives right by Chesapeake Bay and won't eat crab or nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't. I mean, I have eaten fish and stuff, my younger years and stuff like that. But I don't know. All the fish that I eat just tastes fishy. I don't know. I may have not had the right type of fish or it cooked properly. And I've eaten like salmon steaks before. A little bit of it. But I haven't tried it.
Salmon is fishy. The more oil that's in it, the more that fishy smell you get. But if it's like cod or anything like that, if it smells fishy, that's because it's not fresh.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Fish should really not give you a fishy smell. If it smells fishy, it's not fresh.
That's
It
right.
shouldn't smell like that. Now, salmon has a lot of oil in it, and you do get a little bit. Even real fresh salmon, I have a little fishy smell to it. But like tuna, or hell, any of it, it shouldn't smell fishy.
Right on. So you never know.
It definitely should not smell like fish. I'm telling you.
Right.
Yeah, I think cod is one of my favorite fish because it does not have that stinky, or taste like fish at all. And when I ice fish, the fish that I catch are they're so firm and they don't taste fishy in any way, shape, or form because, that cold water.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Man, I eat
favorite,
so many kinds of fish.
crappie and bluegill. That's my favorite.
Oh, I love me some crappies, man.
I like trout.
Oh, trout. I love me some trout.
Well, trout's a little bit oily, and you might get that little bit of
That's why you
little bit.
use some lemon pepper and
Squeeze the lemon, slice it open, put the lemon slices, and bake that
Yeah.
son of a bitch. Hell yeah.
Some garlic butter.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh, the open fire.
And I tell you this, I've also taken smoked sockeye salmon, and oh man, and after smoking it, it can be in the fridge for a week wrapped up, and it still doesn't get fishy smell. It's good stuff.
Now, don't get me wrong, I like salmon. I'm just saying that, somebody's sensitive about fish, that you can get, even with fresh salmon.
Yeah, salmon is definitely oily especially if you don't remove the belly meat.
Mm-hmm.
I love salmon. I love wahoo. I love snook.
Yeah, wahoo's good. I've had that a few times. A guy I used to work for, he deep sea fish.
Love it.
Smoked
Get this
sturgeon is
steak. Oh, Mm.
I think also a big thing is whether it was farm raised or naturally caught.
Yeah.
Farm raised stuff tends to seems to be a little bit oilier.
We got a few fish haters in the audience.
It's funny, yeah.
Sick man says he only fish he likes are gold and come in a box.
Those are good too. I like
Fish
goldfish.
crackers.
Goldfish.
I got a bunch of trout in the freezer right now.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
I had some the other day out at the fish camp.
you guys suck. I ate all my stupid.
I still got a freezer full of fucking venison too. My
Yeah.
freezer is packed. If you open it up, you got like the hang on.
Avalanche.
I got a half of a lamb in my freezer. It tries to kick me every time I open the freezer.
Send that son of a bitch to me and he won't kick nothing else.
Well, I got plans for him. He's going on the smoker.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll be out there filming, cooking me a side of lamb.
This Passover, we roasted the other half, and I smoked the neck and the heart, and I was the only person I could talk into eating it. I gave my wife a piece of it, and I said, "How's that?" She didn't know what I was handing her. She goes, "That's good." I said, "That was the heart." And after she got done hitting me, she said, "Oh, oh."
Well, that's way
Maggie, if you'll send me some of that Boston lobster, I'll eat it. I love some lobster.
I didn't mean to slight it or the crab.
Right?
I ain't eating no saltwater cockroaches.
Them things delicious. Yeah, come on.
I mean it.
Lobster's a little sweet for me, but I like it. I really do like it. I eat it, once here and there. But
if you'll eat crawfish, you'll eat lobster.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying the lobster is sweet.
It is
like
sweet.
Sweet tasting.
It's a little sweeter. Yep.
Crawfish is pretty sweet tasting too.
Well, not as much as
They
lobster.
kissing cousins.
Yeah.
And it might be just because it's a bigger piece. And usually when you eat crawfish, it's like real spicy.
And you get a lot of the juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot to do with the boil you use too.
I ain't saying I'll push away some lobster from my damn plate now. Don't get me wrong.
Back off.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's a table full of lobster, or crawfish, or crab, or anything like that, or any other type of seafood out there, I'll slap a motherfucker to get to it.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you.
I grew up in the Gulf Coast. I love me some seafood.
I didn't grow up in the Gulf, but I do love seafood.
We had to import our lobsters, which made them fucking crazy high, but I've ate a few and I love them.
Well, we're going to have to guess now. What did driver mean to say? Let's play the game. What was it that driver meant to say?
What time is jammy time?
Yeah, it might have been. Could have been. He might have been answering Mom's question. Tier's meat is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that leaves a lot of options, don't it?
No, driver, you're not blocked. It's just one of the whatever word or words you put in there had a what would you call it? Preset blocked word, just like Dish just did. You probably put jammy time in there.
No.
No, you put one of the other ones. Okay.
I'm gonna have to change my word list. You guys are cheating.
Hey, Jamie time works. Did I spell it wrong?
Now you see it, but everybody else don't.
Right.
Oh, how funny. That's even better.
I put a new one in there too, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Okay, well, let's figure it out.
No,
Ready?
Mike Galusha told me to put it in there. So I was doing what I was told.
Oh, it
Drive
might
but it
say.
says you win, Bird Dog.
If Mike said it, did you put it in there in English or in Boston? Because I mean, that's gonna make a difference.
Bostonese.
Okay.
I guess that's not one of them, Bird Dog.
Language.
She went to Google Translator stuff and got the translation.
Okay.
Just going along with Mike and you stabbing at each other, just fucking around. I bet roll tide might be a bad word to put in there.
Alabama.
That's a great word.
Ain't Alabama.
Damn, Lane Kiffin ain't a bad word either. I can't believe
What the hell's
that.
that? That football shit.
Yeah.
Football shit.
Yeah.
Mike says, "Put what in where, Michelle?"
What do you think? He said what?
Mike, you won't do.
That needs to be in there if we get Super in here again.
Right?
Right.
What needs to be in there?
Basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about ready to kill myself on that one.
Oh Lord, I had the knife right up there.
I ain't got the short sword, but if I'd have had that little short one, I tell you what.
You commit Harry Carey.
Oh, I was thinking about the wrong basket. Boy, you guys got me in left field.
I was halfway that night to Kentucky before I talked myself out of hurting the poor basket boy.
If they were grannies, you would have had to take both of them on. It was Meemaws.
Mikey, when the high tide is coming in, is it rolling in or is it crashing in? Let's be real. I know they got a tide even in Boston there, Bubba.
Yep, it drowned my gator.
All right.
They had a thing on Facebook where they had one of those night cameras out, and a cat was messing around a bush, and it was like bowing up like it was something was about to get it, and all of a sudden this gator come out of nowhere and tried to snap at it. Just a kitty cat.
They're everywhere.
Well, that's no good.
The game, Stomp, the game. The game.
I seen one talking about the videos of it was just like one neighborhood cat. They did a little whole news story and everything on it. This little sumbitch was a kleptomaniac.
Oh, funny.
Did you see that? The
I
cat would
did,
like every
yes.
night go out and just steal clothes and shoes and toys. It is like they had an entire house every night. And anytime somebody was missing something, they'd just go over to the, whatever.
The Smith's house.
Yeah, the Smith house. Yeah, we got that right here. And they put out a hidden camera, and sure enough, that cat, it would make like trips. It'd get like one shoe, go back, get the other shoe.
That's funny.
Hell yeah. It was.
The prepper cat.
Right. The cat burglar.
Right.
Literally.
He watches TV.
I mean, it was dragging back like coats and shit. It was showing. I mean, it was mainly clothes, but well, some of it was stealing everything.
That's funny.
Hell yeah.
But it was kind of funny because they was interviewing all the little neighborhood, the neighborhood people. Oh yeah, we know about Chloe or whatever.
George, do you have to do that on camera? Really?
Funny.
Lord, oh my.
All you see is this tail going.
Poor Milo.
Milo.
Milo was in a strategic place.
He was.
Always getting blamed for stuff, ain't you, buddy?
Stumpet, I kid you not. I'm still to this day so mad at myself for not killing the frickin' python that came to my tree stand. I swear to God. And I just cannot believe, still to this day, that I let that sumbitch go. But I did.
That
And
was
he
just
was,
so good eating.
he was easily 14 feet long. Easily.
Man, you could have had some good boots out of that.
I was just so shocked. And this was almost 10 years ago now. It was not well known that they were here in the state and become invasive. But yeah, you're right, Stumpet. They are here.
The next time that happens for a dog, catch him, put him in a box, and mail him to me.
Honey, I promise, because I just can't believe I was still so shocked and uncertain, frankly, of what it was. I'm not a trigger happy person, I don't just kill stuff to kill it, and it was a beautiful animal, and I just could not believe.
Well, I'm not trigger happy just to kill it.
What the hell?
I see a 14-foot snake. I'm killing that something.
Well, Johnny, like I said again, it just wasn't right, and it didn't work out. Didn't work out.
Black one that TR had. Damn, that thing is huge.
Anaconda.
It's pretty dark. They wouldn't call it black, but
it looks black on my screen.
Wow.
no, it wasn't a damn big ass black snake.
That thing was huge.
He was pretty.
Yeah, and now he's dead.
Well,
Stumpet said, hell no.
Well,
Hell no
there's
on
a
the
reason
alien
she's
snake.
saying hell no. Well, there's a reason she's saying hell no. We've had a Burmese python before, and at the time I would, job I had, I'd take missing for several weeks, a month, whatever. We were just out and about putting up those steel buildings. Before when I was gone, she had to feed the snake for me. Our Burmese was very aggressive when it comes to eating because I would, every time I'd feed her, I'd take like the tail of the rat, or once I got up to rabbits, I couldn't do it anymore. But clean the tail like with alcohol wipes or whatever, and hold the tail in my mouth if the mouth's still alive. Lean over the cage, and let her come up and grab it right out of my mouth and shit. So she was really aggressive about it. Stumpet would go to feed her. She wouldn't do shit like that. So when Ozzy would come up to grab the rat, a lot of times she'd miss the rat and come close to hitting Stumpet in the hand. So she don't really like snakes no more.
I don't blame her.
No, that's not gonna happen.
He was just nearsighted.
Yeah.
Right?
Better off being farsighted, far away.
Right.
So I can't sight him. No.
Like I said.
I have no issues at all with snakes, but if you come near me with, like I said, I have no issues with a snake, but if you come near me with a spider, one of us is going to die. I can
I'm the
promise you.
same way. The same exact way. Snakes are no big deal to me, but spiders, hate them.
Yeah, I don't like any of them.
We've got so many spiders down here.
Good.
There's only two good uses for snakes, and this is a general blanket statement. And both of them, it starts with them being dead.
Mm.
One is apparel, like boots, belts, wallets, and the other is in the frying pan cooking up. If it's the right one. I ain't dealing with no snakes.
Snakes ain't bad, man.
I had one go
Not when they're dead.
Stumpette said he was a Stumpette hater.
I've had snakes don't bother me too bad. I mean, especially if I know it's not going to hurt me. I had this friend I was hanging around a little bit a few years ago, and she had a python, some kind of python or a little boa or something. I don't know. I think it was a python, but it was, wasn't that big. And we would get it out and let it crawl around on us and shit. Stuff.
You're
That's
free.
that's some kinky shit there.
We wasn't in the bed naked. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, we was just drinking beer at the table.
Close enough.
Well, I can
It's
honestly
my
say
new
this.
boa. A real boa.
Talking about snakes in the bed, me and Stumpette woke up and one in the bed with us one night.
Oh, hell no.
Yep.
I would have a heart attack.
Yeah, when I'd put the Burmese up at night, I didn't lock the cage up right or tight enough or whatever. In the middle of the night, Stumpette wakes me up, says Ozzy's out, go put her up. Yeah, it's no big deal.
Was that the night Stumpette had her heart attack?
No. She had a heart attack years later.
Oh.
Yeah, she's right. The corn snake I had, it really didn't like her either.
Yeah, that's true, Mom. They do have parasites.
Really, the only snake you should be eating is a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I've heard only the poisonous ones are even worth eating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to introduce her to my anaconda, but then I later found out that she was anti-gun, and I ended that relationship right there before it got started.
She liked snakes, but she didn't like guns.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
No.
That I ain't no use even. I mean, I wouldn't really want to make her my girlfriend, but even as a, it just wasn't gonna work. No, we're too far apart. I can't even make casual conversation with you.
Don't blame me.
And she lived like in the middle of downtown Greenville. It's like, hell, if you need a gun more than I do. You're a woman living by yourself in the middle of a fucking town. Never mind.
No, you're right.
Yeah, she needed a gun. She needed to arm herself for sure.
Yeah. And I've only seen her like one time since then. Just happened to run into her at a Lowe's or something. Like, hey, how you doing?
You should have said you might want to buy a nail gun here are on sale.
Yep. But like I said, he bought his house in 2000, and in 2005 he stopped counting the snakes he had to take out at 36.
Damn.
What kind of snakes?
Just random wild snakes coming around the house,
Does he
trying to
live
get in the
out,
house.
out in the Sonoran Desert Prepper area, or?
I don't know.
Well, Stumpette's telling it out now. She said, hell, I was frozen big, couldn't move.
Well,
She was basically
she
saying,
didn't freak out or. It's like she didn't freak out or start screaming or nothing. She was real calm, sedate. Just.
that's because she was fucking froze. She was like, get this fucking snake out of bed.
I don't want him to know that I'm panicked.
Yeah,
But I'm panicked. I'm panicking now.
we got rid of the Burmese. I was feeding her one day, feeding her rabbits, and I happened to just notice that the rabbit I had in my hand and my son, who was freshly born at the time, were about the same size. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
Especially when you consider he was born weighing 11 pounds on the dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, some little extra considerations to take into account.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you there, GI? Or got the coffee on?
Oh,
No.
coffee sounds good.
I know. I'm thinking too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Michelle, you still like your coffee maker dish, Scott?
Oh,
thinking.
yeah.
I'm thinking I'm fixing to go to bed. I got school in the morning.
Oh, really? I'm
Yeah, I got
sorry,
a morning
John.
class.
Well,
And 2 o'clock snuck up on me quick. So
right on, Shug.
Yeah.
I will see you good folk later.
We'll see you, John.
Get her done.
Yeah, I'm going to head off
Thanks.
pretty soon, too.
Like,
Later, Johnny.
yeah.
Yeah, I love them. Keurig. It's awesome. I use it a lot.
Have you found one of the flavors that you like the most?
I like the donut shop coffee the best.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one, and then of course, the hot chocolate. But yeah, I'm still taste testing a little bit. Find the right one.
They
I
sure
don't
have
know.
one.
I don't have one, but I think they do make little filter cup things where you can just put regular coffee in it. You don't have to buy.
Yeah, I got one of those with it. She ordered one of those.
Okay.
And Johnny tried it, but it was so hard to get the coffee in there. It was making a mess. So I kind of like the little, just plop it in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Some of the stuff ain't cheap to buy for it, so when times
Well,
get tough.
that's why I was saying that.
Yeah, times get tough, you have to use that little filter.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I go camping using the percolator. I mean, there's always a few little grounds floating in there. That just, makes it a little extra strong.
Right.
Right? Nothing wrong with that.
I'm telling you, man, just boil your water, pour it over the percolator. As you pour it in there, bandana laid across the top of it with your coffee grounds laying on it. Ain't no crap getting in your coffee, and you got good coffee when it's all said and done.
That's a very good idea.
Oh, hell, I forgot my percolator and been camping, and shit, I just poured a little bit of water in a pot, threw the grounds in there, cooked the shit out of it, laid like a paper towel over my cup, and just poured it over on it.
Yeah.
I was having my coffee in the morning.
Me too. Me too. I tell you.
It worked. It's like, you ain't got to have nothing fancy.
Now, Mom, she likes Kahlua. Mom's Solera there. She says Kahlua is her favorite. I'm not big on the coffee drinks, but I do like a good coffee.
Later, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah, later, buddy.
See you, buddy. Late.
How big a lag we got?
Yes. Maybe about a minute.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Not that bad.
I'm about to head myself here pretty soon.
Yeah.
I work today, so I'm looking at been up 20 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't go to bed any last night either.
Wow.
Yeah, I can attest to it. You start losing a lot of sleep over a few years. This is what happens. Shit turns great quick.
You're right.
I could show you pictures from the day I joined the motorcycle club. All of this was jet black. In less than a year, it looked like this. We stand with racing stripes in it.
Racing stripes. I like that.
Stress and lack of sleep does cause that. That's for sure.
Oh,
I know when I got back from Desert Storm, I had gray hair, and I was only like 21 or 22.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in like intense combat. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was just the threat of it, and a few bombs going off here and there was just enough. Yeah.
Better gray than bald, I always say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already got Plan B in place for the going bald thing. Start going bald, I just pull it back over the top and shit.
There you go.
Well, as you can see, I don't mind short hair. I just shave mine. So.
Did you smell?
See you, Mike. I think he's going.
Yeah, later, Mike.
Later, Mike.
Mom says night. Smell you later.
He's got to drive the pink mobile tomorrow.
Oh. You're gonna make him smart. Gonna send him to school smart in the morning.
Yeah, he's drove it before, but I'm kind of. He smokes and it gets in the car, so I don't like it. Yeah, so he's got to drive it tomorrow. So he'll be pinking it up. He'll be Michelle tomorrow.
Johnny just playing. He's not still listening, is he?
Pinky Brewster. I know when he gets out of the car, his friends say, Michelle!
Got Michelle across the windshield on it, yeah. Pull up and like, man, he's not Michelle. Or is he?
Right.
Johnny by day and Michelle by night. Might be.
All right.
Yeah, I hate it because I want my custom tags on there. I couldn't use my North Carolina custom tags because I live in Virginia, so we couldn't figure it out. So I could have my North Carolina tags. It kind of sucks. It really does. So I got to see about getting me some custom tags. Why you got to have 2 license plates? It's so stupid. I mean, if they can't walk around the back of your car and read it, I mean, I think that's just laziness for the cops. I really do.
Well, they get to charge you money for 2 tags.
Oh, it's just ridiculous.
It's brilliant. Brilliant. We'll make twice as much money.
They're doing 2 tags because they got so many people in prison. They got to make more jobs up for them. So that's why they're making you do 2 tags. I mean, no sense.
10-4. 10-4.
It's crazy. See, everybody's going to bed. Well, guys, do you want to call it? Because we got Jamie time tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Are you
about
ready to
to
call it?
bail too.
Oh, don't bail yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won't be in here tomorrow night.
You won't be? Okay.
Man.
I'm sorry.
All right, then.
We'll
Thanks
miss
for letting
you.
us know.
Wait a minute. How
Yeah.
did he get a vacation day?
Hey,
I
He
know.
got
I was.
audible.
me and Dish don't get a vacation day. I mean, it's crazy. And we're even going to do jammy time or try to do jammy time even when we go, well, I say vacation, but even when we go, we're still going to try to do, even if we don't do but an hour's jammy time, we're still going to try to do one.
Oh, jammy timers.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Hell, I've done a couple of jammy times from the bed of my truck.
I know.
He lights. It can be done.
Yeah, we'll be in a hotel room with 2 bouncing kids on both beds, so
Well,
it's
no,
ought to
that's a
be.
little different story.
That's what my face felt.
Yeah, that's right. Hotel and a couple from the bed of the truck. We still had to buy a damn knife to get the kids.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Did you say kids jumping on both beds?
Oh, did I say both?
I think she said both.
I'm thinking y'all could go
Well,
ahead
I
and
see.
go on down to the bar.
I didn't. Well, if Megan could, I'm telling you, if Megan could stay overnight at the hotel, which she can't, but if she could, man, me and Dish would be so out of there. We done talked about that. We would be. It'd be party city.
Not
Later.
Midwest middle class. Sorry, Tia.
Yeah, I just seen that myself too. Later.
Yep. See you later.
Yes, we are most definitely going to check out of here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Later, everybody.
Take care.
My guess.
Good night, guys.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, for
You-
coming.
Night night. Sleep tight.